my dad that I love more than anything, who's our guest this week, who's an influence in a lot of our fucking stupidity on a regular basis. So E3 Mafia Radio, you're on here to have a laugh, have some fun. If you're a fucking family member of a veteran that needs help, or a veteran, or someone that knows a veteran that bought a shitty goddamn Mountain Dew at 7-Eleven and pissed you off, come here, but have the focus to sit here and laugh. That's the focus of our show. As usual, we start the show with the word of the day. And I, because I'm a schmuck and I lost my phone, picking my father up today, I have to resort to my two co-hosts, Captain Dickhead 1 and 2. One of you can read word of the day today, Curtis, and then Keith has a follow-up behind it. Curtis, what is the word of the day?
I will read the word of the day, but I was curious, how did you lose your phone today?
I picked him up and I put it on the back of my truck, and I just went bink, bink, bink.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it fly?
No, hold on.
No, we didn't hear it fly, but it certainly left some distinctive sounds as we had left the airport, I think. You know, I thought that maybe it was...
Was it like Mexican?
As it was rolling away, and like, there goes Sean's life down the road.
Here's a $750 mistake.
Or $1,000.
That's not the first time my father's been like, there goes Sean's life.
And I'm feeling bad because this is another adventure in your life that I have something to do with.
Yeah, but this time I got control, so fuck off.
All right, so moving on, ladies and germs. The word of the day is San Francisco bird feeder.
Are you serious?
No.
I'm serious, and this is not as bad as it sounds. Actually,
Is it?
You mean they have their own bird feeders?
No.
in San
So hold on.
Francisco?
Try to guess. So, okay. So while guessing, before we use it in a sentence, okay, is it not that any of us care? I have gay family members, love them. Is it gay related? San Francisco?
Of course it is.
Okay, it has to be.
it has to be.
There you go.
And to be honest with you, I half-assed it. I was looking up real quick.
Half-assed?
Yeah.
You half-assed the gay comment?
And that's cool.
Way to go, buddy.
They kind of wish that I whole-assed it. But anyway, San Francisco bird
You
feeder.
can have whole.
Exactly. You want the whole damn thing, the whole 3 inches.
The whole kit and caboodle.
That's right. So, a homosexual man, San Francisco bird feeder, a homosexual man laying naked and face down on a park bench and waiting for homeless men to have anal intercourse with him.
Wow.
Used in a
boy.
sentence.
Wow.
Hey, this is how we roll.
This is how it goes, Mike. Welcome to the jungle. You gonna die. So, I was in the park the other day and saw a guy doing the San Francisco bird feeder. That could have went better. Hold on a sec. There's another quote.
That actually sounded pretty good.
Johnny begged Jacob to give him a San Francisco bird feeder last night. Are usually used in a sentence. They're better than this, a little more creative, but you get the gist. So Keith has one as well.
So, hold on. I think we should make a San Francisco bird feeder t-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's family approved. Are you going to sell it at Walmart?
Why does it have to be family approved? Sell it at Walmart. Well, it probably would sell at
Does it
Walmart.
have to include photos, or is it just going to
Oh,
say...
no, it's got to be visual, audio, visual. Yeah. Keith!
So wait a second. Curtis, where were you? I'm on July 11th Urban Dictionary Master Liker.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I Googled it, and I
Not
found
to be
it really
confused with
a
masturbator.
All right.
Wow, it's all making sense,
Oh,
isn't
my
it?
God.
All right.
Holy shit.
All
I
right.
thought he was going anyway.
Hey, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
All right, I have this, and then I have another one real quick that I saw. So, master liker, a person who performs self-gratification in a public forum or on social media by liking their own comments or posts. John is a master liker. And then there was one.
No, hold on. I like that. How many people have been sitting on the toilet going like, I like my own stuff. That's so cool.
And
Never.
And then there was like a list of trending words, and the top one was suicide wank.
Oh my God.
When you're having a wank just before blow the load, shout out mom or dad, then try to finish the job before they get into your room. Sentence: a friend tried to suicide wank and won. He did it and failed the second time.
Twice.
Oh my god.
That is a
Amateur!
loser, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
telling you what, Keith, I asked you to come correct this week, and you fucking did, my friend.
Golf clap, my
I
friend.
just saw that right now. Suicide Wank. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna lie. When you said suicide wank, the first thing I thought it was David Carradine.
Yeah.
He hung himself.
hung himself while jerking
yeah,
off.
you know,
Yeah.
what's that? Autoerotic.
While not doing,
asphyxiation.
while not doing kung fu.
And how did that all work out?
If he was a real ninja, he wouldn't have died. To be honest with you, he'd still be here. So he
Keith,
just obviously plays a ninja on TV.
So we got a bunch of things we want to talk about this
All
week. My father, love him more than anything in the world. So doesn't Curtis. He had a major impact in our upbringing for stupidity.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
wait.
I'm sure.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Okay.
Don't scream at your father like you
Positive,
scream at me.
positive thought process, constantly getting out of
Yeah.
dumb shit.
Right.
But with that came so many stupid, funny, dumb fucking shit stories where, like, he did it to Curtis, he did it to me. There may have been times where he talked to Curtis, or just me alone, or we did it together. And because, it's a week after Father's Day, we want to
Yeah.
say hello, welcome to the show. He's
course.
only here, like, very shortly. He lives in Florida, but we wanted to bring him to the show. And yes, we are going to fuck with him today, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about stories
All right.
from my personal life. Our show isn't usually revolved around stuff that is just me or him. We usually talk about social current events,
Yeah.
but because he's here, I don't want him to feel like we're attacking. We're not attacking. We're going to talk about some funny ass shit. So I'm going to start off hot, and I'm going to discuss how my father ruined a shitload of holidays. And I'm going to begin with like fairy tale ones.
Uh-oh.
And
Mike, this is your life.
I actually fucked one up earlier. I was talking to Curtis about this. He goes, Jesus Christ. I go, And I thought it was the Easter Bunny, but it's not.
Okay.
It was the Tooth Fairy. So, when I first lost a tooth, this is how I realized the Tooth Fairy wasn't real. It's like 2 a.m. And he's got to do his fatherly due diligence.
Yeah.
And I got to give my fucking son $2 or $1.75.
For a lousy tooth.
This, that, and the other. For a tooth, I probably pulled up myself. And I remember hearing,
Oh, well, then you didn't deserve $2. Maybe like 2 cents.
if you'd shut the fuck up, I can get to the point.
That should have been the going rate then, Keith.
So my brother and I had bunk beds, right?
Yeah.
So if you walked up my stairs, I still remember, if you walk to the right, we'll get to the color of my room, which is Liv's. We'll talk about that later. So anyways, my brother and I had bunk beds, and it was, by the way, red shirt, blue shirt. When he decided that he was going to give me like $1.75, I'm
Right.
thinking,
You have a green shirt.
no, this gets way better, Dad. He was like, all right, okay. Creepy crawly, I'm gonna stick the $1.75 under the, and I was like, my eyes open, and I was like, all I see is dick and balls. Like, my dad is butt naked right now, dick and balls. Tooth Fairy ain't real. Fucking no fucking way. This naked ass man right now that looks like a giraffe's nose is just fucking giving me $1.75. Tooth Fairy, not real.
What the fuck is he doing in your room naked?
He was
It's
being a
just
dad at 3 a.m. going, I gotta give my son $2. He pulled a tooth out of his fucking mouth.
I just pulled. I just thought of it like we have to perform this mission. We have to get this over with.
Right? It was
before he
like,
wakes
yeah,
up.
he probably had like maybe
Tooth
like
fairy
maybe half a peanut butter sandwich, a little bit of a sugar high. Like, I fucking gotta give my son $2.
Yeah.
Nope. He woke up. I didn't know what pubic hair was until I fucking saw it on my dad's balls.
So here's
That's how the show starts, Dad.
So here's my
So
question.
here's your 2 hours. I bet you can't wait to go back to fucking Florida.
So, like I said, Mike, this is your life.
This is your life.
Now, would you like to defend my accusation?
I'm guessing. Well, actually, as a,
I think that's
How do
the
you
answer.
defend something like that? Yeah. God, I don't know how to.
Do you remember the bunk beds? So when
I
you
remember the bunk beds,
you would
yeah.
come up the
And-
stairs.
the
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy has a dick and balls, by the way.
Yeah, it looks like a giraffe's nose.
Yes.
Well, he's supposed to have been sleeping. Okay, he was too young to even be up at this hour. And I was like, oh, I just have to give him a couple of bucks to make him happy. So
I think it was like I think he actually gave me $3/4 on a dollar.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Some nights us kids just wake up for the hell of it.
Boy,
Yeah. Not to the
Help
helmet.
it.
So I have two questions.
He said to help it
No,
in the helmet.
No, I said the hell of it. No, I said
I thought he
for
said
the hell of it.
to the helmet. Go ahead, Kurt.
So we obviously know you sleep in the nude, which is it's a little disheartening.
Hold true today.
Yeah.
And also,
Still going.
I'm sorry, and
You know
how
how much
old were
money
you
you
when
can
this
save in
happened?
laundry?
I'm sorry, and how old were you when this happened?
I was like 7, 8.
7.
So we had the bunk beds, right? So it was
yeah.
like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And then there was the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
Okay, you know why he's not real?
Why?
It wasn't
Why?
a naked story. I think at some point he went, okay, I can't horrify my son. But he stuck a chocolate milk bunny underneath the pillow.
Uh-huh.
And me and my brother, we both woke up with like, it's Easter melting in front of it. Easter Bunny ain't real. Fuck this too. Like,
What made you think the Easter Bunny was not real? Because he left you a chocolate Easter Bunny underneath your pillow.
you know what, Dad?
That's just a-
Maybe if you were fucking naked, I would have known.
Oh, so you were looking for this?
Oh yeah, I was like,
He's gonna be
I
naked too.
can't wait
Okay,
to
yeah.
see my dad naked. Give me an Easter Bunny all of a sudden.
you guys are fucked.
I'm not done yet. Santa Claus.
You want to talk about dysfunctional?
Santa Claus. Oh, so
I got dysfunctional for you,
We're
pal.
gonna get into his shit.
Oh,
Okay.
you talk about dysfunctional.
Keith, Christmas. So if you walked up my stairs, by the way, I have to tell myself, I had a serious issue with OCD. I don't think my parents knew about when I was younger. So like when I used to walk up the first 3 steps, and we used to drop the cat down the middle. Annie? Why is she not around anymore? Move upside down. Hey, could she land on her feet? Whew, now I know why she ran away. Fuck
Oh,
no.
yeah?
Fuck no.
That cat
That's
was
pretty.
crazy.
She's probably got spinal bifida fucking somewhere going on. So we're sitting there, and I'm like, all right.
I thought it was me.
Cat
I
swaddling
thought it was
around
me.
like a
You know,
duck.
it's like terrorizing that cat. 'cause I
You know
thought,
what?
This cat's crazy.
Payback's a bitch. So he decided that he would drop one of our fucking cats off
Yeah.
in a neighborhood in Braintree where they do the lights down the street from your house. Well, before we knew what Braintree was.
Yeah.
And then when we got older, he was like, "That's why I dropped the cat." We were like, "What? Excuse me? What'd you say?" He was like,
I gave him a new life.
"Right, look, the cat." I'm like, we talk about cats every
Yeah.
week on this show, Keith, right? My father is a cat asshole and dropped a cat in a different neighborhood because he didn't like it.
That cat was insane. I mean, and we had, 3 cats? We had 3 cats?
Yeah.
And-
Annie left,
yeah,
Mitz,
yeah,
and
Mitz.
what was the gray one? That's the one you dropped off.
Yeah.
You didn't
yeah.
like her.
No, that cat
She was my
insane.
favorite.
What?
She was my fucking
No, she
favorite
wasn't
cat.
your favorite,
That
no.
pussy was awesome. What was her name? Mary? Something stupid like that, right?
I can't remember.
It was something
now,
dumb.
but Boy.
I remember, but we made.
We didn't have it in a long time either.
No.
Yeah.
Well, no, because you got rid of it
It's all
real quick.
gray, right?
No.
Yeah, gray with
yeah.
white
No.
with white paws.
Yeah.
So
No.
we made posters,
Yeah.
Keith, and it was like Christmas. Like we're young, me and my brother, we're like a
Yeah.
cat, and like our mother and our father. It'll be okay. The whole time he's sitting there in his brain going, "Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I'm good. That cat sucks.
Yeah,
I
but-
dropped it off in Braintree.
Get the
Now
hell
I
out
know
of
I met this kid."
I gave him a new life. That's what I did.
Yeah.
So like, I think you'd be better off. you
Missy,
know,
was it
living
Missy?
No.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Sean, he was probably like, get the hell away.
I think he punted a cat one time. He told me
yeah.
he kicked a cat.
I don't
Yeah, I'm
believe that.
sure.
Mitz was awesome though.
sure.
I thought Mitz was awesome.
He
was awesome.
ate raccoons like live.
rabbits, squirrels.
You saw
birds.
him kill a squirrel one time. Like that's it.
Yeah, we had a kill shot right out on the fence right next to the garage. Remember? I was like, I was
Yeah.
going to start putting the squirrel tails up there. That cat could kill some food. And you looked at
It
him.
wasn't a
and
cat. It was a lion.
He had like a big fat belly that dragged across the ground. He couldn't get out of his own way. And that cat would sit there all day lining something up. And for sure, at the end of every day, he would come back with something. It would be on the back porch. It would be on the driveway.
He was
but
never
like,
underfed.
"Yeah, look at what I got." No, he was never underfed.
Right.
He could take off and go on vacation for 2 weeks and come back and not have to worry about him.
Absolutely not.
Should have
But-
been like a Game of Thrones situation where you got like a squirrel head on a spike, you got a raccoon,
No,
you got a
dude.
seagull.
It got. I think he pulled a mouse in the bathtub one time. Right? He was like, "Argh."
No, the one thing that really drove you boys, pushed you over the edge was when he nailed a baby rabbit. and I had it in the garage, and we were trying to keep it alive.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I don't.
and I took him. I had to take him down the end of the street.
Were you
put him
like-
in the woods? No, I felt bad because you guys totally did not like Mitch after that. I went, well, he's just surviving. That's what he's doing. What can I say?
That was the best cat ever.
It was. Yeah, I thought he was a really cool cat.
I still remember like that time that the crow in the backyard with
the crow.
and you were like, so there was this crow that pecked out this other bird's eyeball, and we were like, we were like trying to save it, and he was still, he was like,
backyard,
huh, and Donna was like, don't do it. He was like, fucking motherfucking fucking son of a fuck. And then finally when the bird, it was like 9 hours. He went out there with a wiffle ball bat. He was like, whack! You just saw the neck just go, boom, crunch, boom. I'm like, and that's how life exists.
Now you're in my backyard.
Yeah,
You are a one big move.
You punk bitch.
Yeah, honestly, like I can say this wholeheartedly. If you were a woodland creature between like 1985 and 1997 in Massachusetts, do not go in Mike's fucking backyard because he will beat you with a wiffle ball bat to death.
If it wasn't the wiffle ball bat, then it went on to the woodchucks and the skunks.
you got creative. That's
did.
why when I showed you those smokers today, you went, oh, let me see those. Like,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah,
I got these, baby.
Yeah.
If they had those back in the day, you'd have been like,
It would have saved me a whole lot of time.
Yeah,
You
but it's
know?
the thrill of the kill, though, right?
Oh, it was, yeah, but it took a while to chase him down. It really did. It took us like 3 months to go ahead and get that woodchuck.
yeah, but you know what? When you get it, you're like, I'm sorry. I think I just got hard.
The best one I ever had was when I was trying to trap the woodchuck. He was avoiding us, quite a bit, and I ended up
How do
trapping
you-
all these skunks.
How do you know? Hold on. This is why. This is why you're on today, because we love you. How do you know? How do you know a fucking animal was avoiding you?
Because he's been stalking it.
Okay.
I've been stuck. I'm looking out the.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm looking out the kitchen window, right, and we see him for the first time. Like,
Are you looking out the kitchen window? Or are you doing dishes going, I can't wait to see this son of a bitch?
No, we just looked out there and we happened to see him out there in the backyard and went, oh
I'm
my
calling
God, there he is.
bullshit. He just happened to see him. He was out there
did.
going,
This is after he mowed down the whole yard, all the plants. the
see?
whole garden.
He wasn't just doing
I'm like,
dishes.
this is it. This means war. That's it. It's me. I am.
Get
So-
the spray
So
paint.
anyway, while I was chasing him, I had that have-a-heart trap out there, and I kept trapping skunks each night. So now the first skunk that I trapped, I'm looking at him and I'm going, wow. Okay, now that I have him, what am I going to do with him? I don't want to wake him up. I don't want him to spray me. So stupid. Okay, I go ahead and grab a trash bag, and I pick up the cage, and I put him inside the trash bag, left one end open, of course, and I put him in my trunk.
Is that the have a hot pot?
The have a heart, yes. We did. We had a heart. I mean, we didn't want to kill him.
Dad,
We
I'm
just
trying
wanted
to
give
kill
him
shit in
good
my
luck.
bag.
A semi-heart.
Yeah.
And I drive him into work, okay? And we had, up here on Albany Street, out in back, we also had this new community garden that was going on. So the first time I
community? Like-
there was a community garden that everybody took part in. And
Oh yeah,
growing
it's
stuff
tree
and-
hugging, city fucking tomato loving douchebags trying to save the world, gardening in the middle of the city.
Yes,
All right, I love it.
And so when I finally did get this woodchuck, I brought him in, and I brought him out to the back gate, and I cut him loose. I went, "There's a garden out there. He's gonna love that. He'll never leave, right?" So me,
He's never gonna be Milo. He's never gonna come home.
He's never gonna want to come home.
What do you think,
Not
he's
when
gonna
the
take
garden
the
is
red
big.
line back
In the-
to your house?
In the south end, there was this huge garden. It's like, no, he's not leaving.
Give him
So-
one of those, because you work for the tea, give him one of those last tea tokens of fucking
Yeah,
right.
there you
Hey, if you
go.
want to come back, I'll kill you.
So what happened was, in the middle part of the day, I always went for a walk downtown with a good friend of mine, Mike Curley. And
Yeah, but his
and
son Bobby played for BC.
Yes, that's right, yeah. And so when we were coming back,
What was his
we
other
walked by
son's
the
name?
game.
Mickey.
Billy Curley. He played for BC.
Yeah, there you
Mickey
go.
and Billy, right?
Yeah, Mickey and Billy. Yes. Yeah.
Anyways,
So anyway, Mike and I were walking by the garden, and we look up the entrance, and here's this little Chinese woman with a broom, and she's like, and the woodchuck is running out in front of me. I went, oh boy, she's got to fight. She's never going to get rid of this woodchuck.
Now you
He
leave
found a
out
home.
certain aspects where you used to spray paint them.
That was the squirrel. That's another part. That's another story that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, the squirrels.
We've talked about it already, but without you here, so we want it from the horse's mouth.
But that was part of the fun too. Is catching a squirrel. Then you're going, okay, how do I keep them from coming back into this yard? I know I can go ahead and just spray paint their tails. Then I'll know if they're coming back.
Did it start with the tail and then go to like everything else?
No, I just stuck with the tail. I didn't want to ruin the animal too much, you know.
Stuck with the tail.
Stuck with the tail. Yeah.
This is like Shark Week. It's like tagging the squirrels, right?
Ding dong.
I can be arrested for that now, right? Yeah.
Nope.
I think you're ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I think you were ahead of the ball game. So many other things that I wanted to discuss. Right, I got a laundry list, and I know Curtis has some too, and so does my dad. Keith, feel free to pile in. I remember shit to my dad that you couldn't do to your kids now today.
Right.
Nothing bad, or at least that I thought bad. Do you remember?
Because we're such pussies today, but go ahead.
You speak for
right.
yourself, bro.
Yeah.
I can think of a good one right now, but go ahead.
No.
Oh no, please.
Go ahead. No,
Go ahead.
I got a lot. Go ahead. I got a list.
The floor is yours,
Well,
Mike.
If you want to talk about,
You're our guest. We got all kinds of shit for the next few weeks to talk about.
if you're talking about stuff that we probably couldn't get away with.
Go
today.
right ahead, bro.
I was in the day when you boys were younger. You were like 3 or 4, and Michael. I had both of you in the store with me. I'm going around the grocery store, and for some reason or other,
I already know this is gonna go good.
you decided that you didn't like what was going on, and you had an outright tantrum and plopped down the floor
Did I
in the
shit?
middle of everything,
Did
and
I shit?
everybody. Oh yeah.
Did I really?
Having a shit.
Yes!
You know, having a
Fuck
shit.
yes!
So I went. I'm looking around and go. This ain't happening. So I picked you up and I gave you the best crack on your ass, and then you really started crying and went, now you have something to cry about. And if you ever do that again, but I'd be arrested for doing that today.
No, do you remember the time
absolutely.
we went? So we talked about how when we took Curtis skiing with us, and the raspberry went from his fucking ankle to his fucking.
Oh my God.
And I remember.
But who goes skiing in their shorts?
He lost a bet. A bet's a fucking bet.
A bet's a bet. That was a man's bet.
That's
And you
men's shit.
The worst thing about it is I made it down the whole fucking mountain. I really did. I could see daylight. I could see the picnic benches. I was ready to rock and roll, and I fucking lost an edge. And I went down like nobody's business, and I ripped a hole in my whole left-hand side.
Oh yeah.
From fucking stem
When
to
he, do you
sternum.
remember when he got to the bottom? I think Nana was there. Eileen was there. You guys were like, "Huh."
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
That ain't
Well, how
good.
many times do we see Curtis do stuff like that and go, oh, that's not good? Oh,
You and
that
me
can't
a
be good.
lot.
Yeah.
Everybody else we was like, "Oh, that's good."
But I think you were trying to piss off the people that's when snowboarding was just coming into view. And those people had their own little place to play in, and you had to go ahead and start messing with them. So it's like, I'm going right through there.
Oh, we did that too.
Remember he had church socks on, like up to his knees. He was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, but can you
Because they
think of
get
what that would look like today? I'm like, huh?
They get their own little pocket. They get their jumps. They get their own section.
Look at me. I'm doing a twist 360 butterfly butt fuck right now.
Yeah, and we
I'm
can't
like-
have anybody here with the like boards on their feet. That's not allowed over here.
Oh, we didn't like our first trip down the mountain. We were like, no skiers allowed. We're like, that's what we're going. We're cutting off these fucking hippies like you read about. We went ripping right down there. Sean was a good skier. I was good enough to maybe not fall.
Oh, dude. So that brings. So I discussed this already. I'm just gonna rehash it because my dad's here. I remember when I first I think it was my second time going down. It was a black diamond, and we were getting good. And he realized like we were getting good at skiing and shit like that.
We were at
and I,
Centipede, right?
and I jocked my fucking self right in the nuts. And he goes, "You ain't kissing that, son." I was like, and I was crying like a little
you
bitch. I was
were.
like, "My fucking nuts hurt."
What's the matter with you?
He's like, "Get up, I ain't kissing it." I'm like, "You prick."
Oh,
Yeah, but you know what? That's tough love.
You want to talk about being lost? When the three of us went up that the ski lift, and I think Michael was the
that
first
Bolton?
one going up there.
Was that Bolton Valley? That we
No, it
went
was Sunapee.
to? Was it Sunapee?
Yeah. And when you got off, you tumbled down. We had a yard sale here. There was shit everywhere, right? So when I was getting you, I'm sorry, it was Michael that did it. And so I'm trying to get Michael together, and you had already come off the lift, and you started on your way down. And now I'm stuck in the middle,
You were
and
like,
I'm seeing you're still going, and all of a sudden I see you go over the edge on his own, and I'm still helping Michael to get all the stuff back together again. I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I was like right in the middle, and you made it all the way down the hill. And
you're
got
like,
back on
you're
the
like,
lift
where'd you
and
go?
came
I was
all the
like-
way back up. I'm like, yeah,
I was
right,
like,
yeah.
I'm here.
Anyway, yeah.
Yay, Dad. Now I'm going to go jock myself in the nutsack.
Yeah, but, I mean, talk about being caught in the middle like that, and you're like, oh
So
my
we
God.
also discussed Curtis's brilliant idea for fucking Burger King fucking knee slides.
Hey, you know what? So when you grow up with not a fucking pot to piss in, 2 fucking nickels to rub together, you got to find
or
a
a
way.
window to throw it out.
Yeah, exactly. No window. There was nothing. All you got is you know what? I walked fucking 6 miles uphill both ways to school when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm kind of a semi-city kid, and you try to find ways to have fun. You don't have any fucking money, so we went fucking skiing, and we went to Burger King, and I'm like, Sean, grab a tray. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we're going fucking sledding, brother. So we steal a couple Burger King trays.
Bad idea.
Bad idea. But we went, weren't we like in the woods?
We went to the side. There was a nighttime sloop where they had tubes, but we weren't smart enough to use the fucking inflatable shit.
'Cause
We
God
decided
forbid-
we would like man arthritis at the age of 17.
You guys are breaking ground there with those.
Yeah, we were fucking breaking ground, all right, Mike.
Yeah, and kneecaps. So we go down this hill like we're the coolest fucking kids on the block, and we wreck ourselves.
You know what he told me 2 weeks ago? He goes, "You do realize that when you and your dad picked me up for that skiing trip, I was grounded." He was like, "Fuck you, mom. I'm out.
Oh, Dad.
I'm leaving."
So that's why you were so eager to go, huh?
So we also discussed the first time you met David. When you saw David, you were like,
Oh.
cigarettes, 9 years old,
Yeah.
and he was like,
Hey, Mr. Connell, how you
"Don't."
doing?
Curtis is like, "Don't judge me for these people. Just don't do it."
Just don't make eye contact with the 9-year-old smoking cigarettes on the couch in the house
In the
when
house.
there was at least one parent at the house at the time.
If you ever had an understanding parent that saw your best friend's brother smoking cigarettes at 9, it was this fucking guy, okay?
Well, now I get it. Like Mike definitely felt bad for me because I mean we were.
It was like, you're a wounded duck.
yeah.
We loved it, Curtis. We really did.
Well-
I mean, the whole family just took you in, and you were like a great addition to all of us.
He still is, Dad. So let's discuss the time
he
that you
left.
left him at the bottom of the stairs after he took a whole fucking dive.
No, he left me at the bottom of the stairs. I was like,
Keith, we talked about this. I'm gonna lay it out. We're downstairs. What my father doesn't know, so I gotta lay in, like, sprinkle in a few facts. So, Dad doesn't know we're downstairs smoking the shit out of some weed, and that's probably why Curtis fell down the stairs.
That is not why.
He's like, I gotta go pee. I'm like, "Pfft." Well, like, in back. Don't open the back door. So if you had to go up in Weymouth, you had to open the door, and you'd hear jingle, jingle, jingle. Now I know why Mom put those in there, so that she could hear us fucking coming and going.
that's right.
So, like, okay, yeah, so I got smart. So, like, he's like, fuck, all right, I gotta go. Cool, pee, all right. Top step, I think it was like 12, 13 steps.
13 steps, yes.
Bang! And I'm downstairs, like, Curtis, get dressed. And I hear him go, and I hear my father's door open. I'm like, and I hear him putting his pants on. I think he was probably trying to, like, fornicate or whatever, try to get laid, whatever, making a weak attempt at that. And then he comes out and he goes, "Go fucking, Curtis, are you okay?" And Curtis goes, "I'm good. Just let me sit here, Mike."
And you did it all in one motion. You went down those steps, and by the time I got to open that door and say, "Curtis, you all right?" You were already up and going, like hobbling away. I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign.
I fainted. That's the only time in my life I've ever fainted. It wasn't the weed. I don't know what. Something happened. Like I had food
You
poisoning.
fell down fucking 20 feet, bro.
But no, I was walking up the stairs and I like.
No, you
lost-
tried to walk up the stairs.
I was walking up the stairs.
Oh, I thought you came out of the bathroom.
So didn't I.
No, I didn't make it to the bathroom. I made it to
Now,
the 12th step.
now we're learning something.
And then I just like.
I thought he made it in the bathroom.
I did too.
No, I fell all the way down backwards and somehow landed in that.
You don't have a crooked back?
I do, actually. But thanks for asking.
Dude, I just remember him going, but also, hold on, he was over you going, you good? And you were like, I'm good, Mike. Go upstairs. And he fucking went back upstairs.
Yeah, because that's how you do it. If a guy tells you you're good, then you're good.
All right. He knows himself, so.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a fucking doctor. You know what I mean?
So that's how we shaped you then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, it was tough love all around back then, and you know we're all better for it. Our kids are all a bunch of fucking pussies.
Oh my God.
If I could do what my parents did to me, actually, my dad was, you know, Vietnam vet, and you would think that he was like crack the whip tough guy. He was like, you know, yeah, man, fucking hippie type, fucking, you know, type of guy. My mom was the fucking evil one, and she's why I am the way I am, because she was fucking batshit crazy. And every time we did something bad, my dad's on the couch with a beer and God knows what else he's doing. And my mom's
Your dad was on the couch with a book, okay? Your dad was a smart dude.
He was smart, but he was like chill. And my mom was wound up tighter than a fucking
The
drum.
first time I fucking came out of your house, she said she was gonna kick my ass with a fucking belt.
Well, she was right. Number one.
No, I was there 3 minutes. I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, it was me. You know, you're guilty.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. She's like, I ain't fucking laughing. I'm like, I ain't sleeping over here again. Next time I come home, my dad sees your brother smoking cigarettes. I'm like, I can't wait to come over to this fucking house again. This is
Yeah,
great.
If you had to count how many times, you know, the ratio of sleepovers, I slept over Sean's house maybe 100 to 3. It was like, Sean was always like, "Yeah, maybe we'll sleep over at my house tonight."
Curtis, what was the?
You can come over with some arthritis down the fucking steps.
What was the name of your dog?
Hobo.
Oh, I asked that yesterday for the first time in forever. He used to chase us down the road.
The first or the second time that I went over to your house.
Get over
pick up
here!
Sean, and the door flies open, and Hobo takes off, and you're running down the street chasing him. I went, I guess that dog really doesn't like it around here. He's like, come on.
Dude,
Oh,
Hobo is the
So
bomb.
actually, I got a quick Hobo story real quick. We rescued this dog, right? And we should have known that there was something wrong with this thing, because we got it from this woman for free. It was like an ad in the newspaper, free dog, and that's perfect price for us.
Take my dog.
yeah.
And that's exactly, there was a reason for it, because she was like, oh, we've had him for a week, we rescued him, but we don't really have like room in the house for him, but we should have known it was something else. This dog's a fucking asshole, and he's missing a chromosome, because every time you open the door, no matter what, I mean, we liked him, as much as you can like a dog. But every time you
we kind of fed him. We kind of liked him.
we fed this fucking thing, but
He was living with us.
He got my portion of eggs, and I wasn't pissed
I'm
at
not
all.
gonna lie, that motherfucker probably ate better than I did. But so Hobo would take off every time anybody opened the door, and we started to figure it out, and we were good about keeping him in the house. But no bullshit. Every trash day, which is on Friday, this son of a bitch would get out.
He got hungry.
But even if, like, say there was a holiday, right, and the trash day's on Saturday, he would sneak out on fucking Saturday. Like, he was the dumbest dog I've ever had, but when it came to trash day, he was a fucking savant. It's the funniest thing. So, and I know when Hobo got out, because even if I didn't see it happen,
He's like, I know they left one toasted strudel in that fucking box. I'm gonna get that shit.
this dirty motherfucker, right? I come home from school on a Friday, and every trash barrel on the whole street is knocked over, and there's shit everywhere.
And you're like, I know that's my dog.
It's my dog.
Yeah.
And we had the water at the end of the road. It's like it's seawater, and that dirty motherfucker would jump in there, and he'd come home and he would just smell like open ass. So he's like, get in the fucking basement, Hobo. Lock the door for a day, throw a fucking
A couple days.
So that's why
Take a shower.
That's why he would bolt out of the house every
Oh
time
yeah,
the
he's
door
like,
opened.
fuck these people.
Yeah, these people are crazy.
That dog lived longer than most dogs live, by the way. So he didn't have it that bad. One other quick Hobo anecdote is fuck, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, so he kept escaping, and eventually he got picked up by the dog catcher. And the first couple of times they were giving him back. They just drop him off, and then we get a phone call. We got the dog, and they're like, it's going to be $150, and my dad goes, You know what?
Keep him.
Keep him.
He's just silent. Fuck you.
He's all yours, right? And then the dog officer's
You're not
like,
ripping me off.
Yeah.
He's yours.
Try me. Paste. Pull that on someone else.
and the dog officer goes, all right, you know what? Why don't you just come down here and pick him up?
Let's make a deal.
Why don't you come down here and pick him up? My dad goes, you know what? Why don't you drop him off? Fuck the dog officer, dropped the dog off to the front door of the house.
Oh my god.
And then he got out a couple more times and he always just
Dude,
brought
I
him back.
swear to God, like Liberty got out last year, so we got these fucking shitbags. So we had this other kid that moved, and again, like we know when like the women's group in the neighborhood is talking, because Shanna's sister's best friend lives at the end of the street. So the women's group, they Chad and Kathy, like, so like I know when someone says something in the neighborhood when it's woman related, because I'm like, all they do is talk. So our dog got out, Liberty. She got out twice. And this kid was complaining to Shanna's sister's best friend at the end of the street. She's like, fucking, and the dog, and this. I'm like, I got a fucking fence. I'm not a magician. Like, I can't stop my dog from getting out of the goddamn fucking yard. And she's like, okay, this is bullshit. I'm like, whatever. So the kid was like, I go to pick him up from the dog catcher. One time, mind you, first time. Never rang on my doorbell, never called me, never emailed, never text, never like looked for like man-to-man talk, like, hey man, like, can you, dog doesn't get it. I would have been like, all right, cool, I get it. Nope. Dog catcher. He was like, so like you just said, like, your dad bluffed the dog catcher. Dog catcher was weird as shit. Like, he was like, hey, he's like, so, this is your dog? I go, my address is on the fucking collar, bro. Like, the fuck you think? That's why I'm here. He goes, you talk to this guy? I go, the dude 2 streets over? No, he's not my neighbor. Can I get my dog? If this happens again, I'm going to have to come back. I go, it's your job.
Is your,
Discussion fucking over? Hello? Why did this become an erotic experience?
your dog catcher kind of sounds like Clint Eastwood.
Well, I kind of also... I wish I...
Get off my lawn.
You better fucking get your dog out of here.
I had an experience like that when I first moved down.
You and animals? No way.
Yes, yeah, and I wish I have that photo here somewhere at home too. I think I had told you about this, but I was at my present job right now for about 3 months, and one of the guys comes back from lunch and he tells
Before
me,
you get fired when they see this audio?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, cool.
And so one of the guys says, Mike, I think I saw something crawl underneath your truck. I went, yeah. I go out there, look around, don't see anything, open up the hood, nothing in there. Nope, there's nothing there. He goes, I think there's something in there. I think maybe you want to go ahead and pull that over the pit and we'll go ahead and take one more look
Was
at
it a snake?
It was bigger than that. When you think down there, you're thinking alligators. Well, I came across what we found. It's called a Savannah monitor, and it looks like
Those are like dragons, right?
like a dragon-type lizard,
Yeah,
right?
they're quick on their
And
feet.
they think it was somebody's pet, but somehow before I started my truck back up to bring it in there, he had crawled into the radiator shroud and stayed there away from the fan. Right? So otherwise I would have been spitting out engine parts all over the place. So
Or shrouds of fucking alligators.
yeah. So we pull it in over the pit, and one of the guys gets in there, and one comes up with the clampers that you go ahead and pick up trash with. Another one pulls out a cage. They got out the air guns, and they're like taking parts off of my truck. I'm like, I guess you guys have done this before.
They're not like this. They're like, boom, boom, boom.
Pull this thing out and throw it in the cage, okay? I mean, it was a nasty, vicious, like claws coming at you. I'm like, holy shit. So we said, well, let's call animal control. So animal control finally shows up, and the guy, A, doesn't show up with another cage. B, he takes one look at it and he goes, whoa, whoa. I'm not here to, that's a little bit bigger than what I'm expecting. Like, hey, it's here. It's your job. It's time to take it away.
Hold on. Here comes Mike Cardell. I got spray paint.
I wasn't even coming near that. I mean, that was one nasty
Fuck
animal.
that.
And you know what? I've never seen anything like that ever in the neighborhoods or in the street ever since that time.
Like you
That's
have.
like really
hold
a
on. So
weird
you've never
experience.
seen. because I'm curious about this, right? So let's say I bought a condo in Florida, whatever. Like if you saw, like you've never seen or come across a alligator where you're like, you know what? Fuck it, I can take this thing, like a small one. Just be like, I'll grab you by the tail. I'll fucking whip you around for a second. You know, I've wrestled with a Georgia stripper before. I can fucking do better than this.
Well, you know, now that you mention that,
We talked about Georgia strippers
Are we,
last week.
are we talking about Georgia strippers? Because they're more leathery than that fucking alligator. I had one with a scar on her face. I swear to God, it looked like...
She was like,
That-
Sicario. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like from like Gangs of New York, you know what I mean?
oh God, wow,
She just had
on the bottom of the barrel.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, the dregs.
the dull bat, but she was the top of the barrel all the
Did you
time.
have to go all the way down the line? And go, no, not that one. No. Oh yeah,
Nope.
that one. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Scarface. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The best of a bad
You're
bunch.
coming with me tonight. Yeah.
Oh,
Best
you know
of
what?
a bad
That's
bunch.
what happens when you go to a strip club in Georgia off the highway at 10 o'clock in the morning. You're not exactly getting the A-team, you know what I mean?
We were talking last week, right? And
But they sell fireworks too, right?
you missed last week's show, Dad. So we were talking about this, right? So like, I'm not a fuck. I never really was a fan of strip clubs, this and the other. But as a military guy, so like Curtis and I were talking about this last week. I was like, I'm not a fan of strip clubs. Cool. Sandy titties, I'll throw fucking quarters at you. So we were talking about so maybe a little
must
bit more
love
fun
you.
so they could stick on you, you know, this, that, and the other. And he was telling us about how he was going to one, and then he almost got gang raped by MS-13 trying to get fireworks by near one. I'm like, you know what? I've been to strip clubs all around the world, and I'm still not impressed by like a single one. The only one was in Texas. Vinnie Paul, he's dead now. Anyways, I wanted to talk about a few other things. Discussing my dear old dad here, Keith. Okay? So I want him to recant some of his memory. The worst push-up contest I ever fucking had in my life. I think I was 7 years old, coming down Holt School.
Yes.
Took a right, because back in the day, we did actually used to walk home from school. And it was like a mile and a half, right?
Yeah.
Am I lying?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Am I lying? No, I'm not.
no,
Okay.
no.
You know, you remember the time I had I wore this red sweater. It was like a red and blue sweater. It was my favorite fucking sweater. I don't know why. And it was like in the middle of summer. I think I was just a scrub, and I didn't want to wash my fucking clothes because I'm a loser. And I remember he made it a point that morning. He goes, "You ain't wearing that shirt again." I'm like, "It's my favorite shirt." Like that's what I was thinking in my head. He's like, "Not today." I'm like, "All right, whatever." So I put a different shirt on. It was like, do you remember this? Ah, see? Yeah. And so I had to walk down that mile and a half long road, and I'm not upset for him. It's like, this is actually created character for me later on in life. And I remember I tried to trick, so the point of the story is, I tried to trick my father. If you're fucking sleeping, I'm going to stick my balls in your mouth.
I'm not sleeping. I haven't been sleeping.
He has been.
Yeah, he
but
has
not
been
now.
sleeping.
Yeah.
No, I heard everything.
Other than balls and mouth, then you got excited.
Yep.
So,
no,
I'm walking-
Dick and balls.
Yep, you love it. So I'm sitting, I'm walking down the street, and I'm like, all right, I'll wear a different shirt, and I'll try to trick my dad, and I'll put that shirt in my backpack. And I did that, and then once I got out of school, I was like half the way home, and I was like ready to put my shirt on, and he fucking pulls up in the town car, whoop, and I'm like, fuck.
Was it Brown,
And he goes,
the town car?
he goes, yeah,
Brown, yeah.
It was
He goes,
Brown.
Yep.
Monkey shit Brown.
Yep.
Monkey
Monkey He goes, wore that fucking shirt, huh? I was like, damn. He goes, I'll see you when you get home. I was like, I'm gonna get my. I'm like,
dead.
no.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, my father never. One time he laid a hand on me, and it was a slap across the face, and I deserved it.
Well, what
But
about the
actually,
crack
hold
on
on,
the
I'm not
ass
done
and-
yet.
What about the crack on the ass in the grocery store?
That doesn't count.
That
He
doesn't count.
remember it.
That doesn't count. Yeah. No, and the only time he slapped me was because my mom was pissed off. So like that doesn't count either. So my father never laid it. He always used his voice and his like intimidation in his eyes. Like if he was like give you a look, we were like, oh shit, fucking shit's rolling downhill. So I went home and he was home already. So I'm sitting there going. I took the shirt off thinking that, you know, I'm fucking smarter than him all of a sudden. And now, Dad, I didn't wear the shirt. He was like, upstairs. So when you came upstairs, but my bedroom's to the right, yours was to the left, and our bunk bed was straight ahead. And he was like, and I had hockey practice that day. And he's like, you're not going to practice because you fucking lied to me. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I thought that was the end of it. He was like, stop pushing. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. I did push-ups
Get
for
out,
like
give me 50.
fucking 2 hours. 2 fucking hours.
Whoa.
And I was crying to the point where I was like, I can't do it. And he was like, too fucking bad. I'm like,
What a
I think
punishment.
I've turned into my father now.
So when he joined the Marine Corps, it was not a big deal.
Yeah.
No problem.
He was just
been there,
getting me
done
ready.
that. Yeah, I was just getting you ready for the whole thing.
Yeah,
And, you know-
over a fucking sweater.
But you know what?
and you know what the sad part is? It was the Freddy Krueger
Yeah.
sweater.
With the stripes?
Yes. Yeah.
That was your
red.
favorite shirt?
Yeah.
You should have burned that fucking thing, Mike.
And you taught me something too by doing that, because
I ain't gonna give up. Fuck you. I ain't quitting.
Years later, now we're in Weymouth, and Mom was sleeping, and Jen's going out the door, and she had one of her boyfriends picking her up, and she comes down the stairs. I'm getting ready to go out the door to work. A very revealing outfit. I went, no, that's not gonna work. Just go right back upstairs, and you better change into something else. So of course she comes down with something else over it. And I looked at her again, and I went,
What do you think? I'm stupid?
I've already been there before. I've seen this. I know this trick. Go up there and go, oh, I was like the world's awfulest father.
I thought you were going to say, drop down and give me 50, bitch.
Dude.
couldn't make her do that, but I was like, I've seen this somewhere before. I know this trick.
Yeah, but I was in second grade. Like that wasn't normal.
But you could handle it. You could do it.
Well, I turned out just fine.
Yeah.
However,
We were
Yeah,
building
that's-
character.
this is also the same guy that
Yes.
literally walked down to a 17 Jimmy. I'm not going to mention his last
yeah,
name.
yeah.
Walked down the street because we came home from from Disney, and the kid that I kicked his ass, Sage, I kicked his ass 7 times, 7 different ways. And we got home from Disney, and he goes like this. He hands my dad a rock, and he goes, and it was like, remember, it was tied in a piece of paper, and it said, "This is your IQ." And then my dad took a hammer and was like, "Oh, you guys gonna okay?" Walked a mile and a half down the street, like,
I
we're gonna
chased that
fuck
boy
some
down the
people up.
street,
I was
yeah.
like, you can't get away with that now. You just can't.
Yeah. But then I could. I was after that boy. It's like, oh, you're messing with the
You're
wrong
like, oh,
family. Yeah.
17 years old? I'll fucking beat your face in with a hammer. I'm like, yeah, my dad's about to get arrested.
His name was Sage.
Sage, yes, yeah.
Isn't that
What was
like
his brother's name?
Devin.
Devin, yes, yeah.
I was
So-
going to say, what's his brother's name? Oregano? Sage? What a gay name.
So
no
he-
offense.
So I had beaten different families. So I had beaten that kid up so many times. He eventually went down to the house, and he went to the dad. The dad was kind of a flake, and he was like, "They can do it in the street now." You know what I mean? Like, he's done it 6, 7 times before. They're not doing the fake sleepover, fake friends. Enough. And the dad was like, "He's got a hammer in his hand." Okay, cool. That's it.
Because he got me. I was working up in the house.
He was like, "I'm done dealing with this shit."
I'm up on a ladder using the hammer. I was repairing some clapboard. And when that all went down, I was like, that hammer never left my hand. I was like, this hammer's going somewhere off this kid's head or somehow. But it was like, there's no way this kid's talking to me. I don't like that. No way.
17-year-old kid, my
Yeah.
dad was gonna beat the shit out of him.
Living shit out of that little son of a bitch. Yeah.
He's still a fucking loser.
But it got even better though after that. When we went to Disney and we came back home and they threw the bags of
And then I
dog shit out in the yard.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
they
dude.
were like, they thought they pulled off the best stunt, and you guys already knew who did it.
What
I
the-
went, don't say anything.
Yeah. What
Don't
they
say
didn't
anything."
realize is that my dad wasn't stupid, so he went to the end of the street where we knew who did it, and the guy was a fucking cop, and he went, "Do you want a problem?
Do you want
Let's go down to the police station." And he got them to rat on each other.
Yeah,
He was
what-
like, "You said that. Hold on. You out the room? You in? You said the what?"
They were waiting for the word to get out, and they were expecting us to come after them, and we said nothing. It was dead silence. So they just couldn't keep it in any longer. So they had to start telling people this, and then one ratted out the other, and then they ended up they couldn't come within 500 feet of the house. And, oh, it was wonderful, and like all the parents had to walk
And
their
then-
kids up to the house and apologize and.
Sean kicked the shit out
Yeah,
of 2
then
of
you
them.
kicked the shit out of 2 of them. Yeah, yeah. After
Michael
that,
was like,
take
yeah,
that.
all right, cool, yeah. My brother's gonna kick the shit out of it. It's good. Fucking whatever.
Yeah.
So, a few other things that He might not know.
So you guys
but
are
he-
super popular in the neighborhood. It sounds like.
the Saraganos did not like us at all.
We were just laying down some new logs in the neighborhood. That's all. And don't mess with it. you
Mrs.
know?
Bartholomew, you remember her?
Oh God, yeah.
Holy Jesus.
The woman who knew everything, right?
So, Dad, you don't know this because, you know, you and your mom got divorced and whatever, and that's when Curtis and I first met, right? So Curtis is very privy to what waterbeds do to you. So, when you mom first, like you guys first split up, whatever, we got shit faced because all the alcohol that was sitting underneath like the sink. And he got.
Well, it
he
was
got-
really our fault.
he-
It wasn't because
it's
the alcohol was
our
there. It's
fault?
because we drank it.
It was fucking your fault, right? So he got alcohol poisoning, and then he decided that it was a really good idea to like drink vodka and then have. Again, we're grown adults, so we can talk about this shit, and then have a shitload of Girl Scout cookies. Like I'm not talking like 2, I'm talking like fucking 40, while he was pissed drunk, while he was 16.
What kind of Girl Scout cookies?
The
Were
grain
they
mint
mint
ones,
cookies?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Hey,
So then
were-
he was so pissed drunk.
Hold on, we were 14. It
No, we weren't.
was freshman year.
They weren't divorced yet.
Yeah, it was about the time,
close,
yeah.
15.
It was
15.
freshman
Yeah,
year.
it was
high-
14, yeah,
I was
yeah.
14 because I'm younger than you. It was my freshman year of high school, and I noticed because it was the first time I've
Are
ever
we
been drunk.
making excuses for your fuck up?
Yeah, kind of.
All right. So let's discuss your fuck up real quick.
You were at that age where you could make that decision on your own too.
He got so pissed drunk, right? He was like, I think he got out. Like I know he got alcohol poisoning. So like, I didn't know what that was then. But like him and I were going, like he was like, I gotta call my mom. I just gotta call my mom. Right? And while he's doing that, like he's at, where the corner kitchen where the home telephone pole,
Yes,
like it was,
yeah.
what's up? 447. It wasn't 5729. It was Brian's. 3166 with someone else. Oz was like, I forget. I don't know why I remember this. Anyways, he was so drunk. He was like this. He's like, I just want to call my mom. I'm like, cool. And I pulled the plug out. I was like, yep, keep dialing. And I'm like, is he gonna fucking die? Like,
Hey, mom.
Just leave a message, okay?
he
We'll get back to
he
you.
was talking with his mother. She wasn't on the phone. And I was like, I don't want to kill my friend.
Yeah, so asshole over here.
So then I put him in a waterbed. So the whole point of the waterbed, he was like, I'm like, this is a bed everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
And Machi's like, what the fuck? Never sleeping over again.
I woke up in the morning with 3 pieces of fried chicken on my chest. I don't know how the fuck they got there.
So
That
my
was the
point
end of
is,
the waterbed, huh?
you know how many times? Like I swear to God, Curtis, before that happened, we all got waterbeds. His waterbed popped. Mine. You know when it always popped? When it was so inconvenient for him. It was like 2 in the morning, 12 at night, 9:30, and every time it popped, he was like, "Fuck!"
When is it a good time for your
Never.
waterbed to pop?
Waterbed, yeah. I know, and it always seemed like there was in yours. It always seemed to find those
Pinhole.
little push pins. I'm like, what the hell are they doing with these push
Whoever
pins?
invented the waterbed is a fucking asshole.
Well, that's why they're not in existence.
No, they have like.
Well, they're so bad for your back too. It's like,
Oh, my
If you
God,
have a
yeah.
bad back, you should be on have a stiff mattress. Like that's the worst thing you can do.
Like we thought, like back in the day, that was like taboo. Ooh,
yeah,
you got
yeah.
a waterbed.
That
Oh,
was it.
whoa!
Yeah. Oh.
Now we're like, fuck that.
It'll go to your natural form. Well, if your natural form is not natural, then it's not going to help you, is it?
And you know what?
But they
Like
sold them.
drunk sex on a waterbed is horrible. It really is.
Wait a minute.
Hold
wait a
on,
minute.
hold
Oh,
on.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is one
yeah.
thing that like I have no fucking. I would like. Never mind. I don't want to fucking know. Never mind.
I'm just saying, drunk sex is awkward enough. But you had a waterbed.
Have you ever had drunk sex on a waterbed?
Of course, I actually bought a waterbed after that experience. I had one in my basement.
It was that good, huh?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I didn't lose my virginity on the waterbed, but like the second or third time that we did it, we were over my house and it was like it's in, it's out. I can't keep it in, it's out because the fucking thing's all over the place.
Sure, it wasn't the plug, where you fill it with the water and.
No, you know what? It was high tide, and I'm not long enough.
High
skilled
tide.
enough.
Really? You fucking loser. Oh my god.
At least I got laid in high school, pal.
Hey, I did too. My grandmother caught me. Well, so we can talk about this. So when he was away on vacation, I destroyed his house. So my grandmother, God, I love her. So I'm downstairs, right, and I snuck Megan through the little window.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the one that Michael crawled
Yeah,
through.
the one that a lot of people went through. In and out.
I never had to, by the
A lot
way.
of nights?
In
I was
and
allowed-
out and in and out.
Curtis could just walk right through the door.
Yeah,
he doesn't
I was allowed to walk in
Yeah,
and
he was
out
like,
as
I'm
I
good.
pleased.
Yeah.
Like you say, sure, come on in. Yeah.
So I'm trying to get it on with Megan, and they were away for like a weekend or whatever it was. And I'm like, all right, and I'm sitting there, and ring. You hear that ring, the door open, and it's like shit. And then you hear, doof, doof. I'm like, oh fuck. You know, you're in mid thrust, and I'm so disappointed in you. And I'm like, can you fucking go upstairs, please? And then I go upstairs. I couldn't even go upstairs. I crawled out the window because I was like, I couldn't look at my grandmother in the
You
face.
can't make eye contact with her after she just...
Fucking no way in hell. You know, she probably walked in on him doing the same thing, and I don't want to hear about that either.
Oh, hell no.
Nana wasn't having it.
Everything that was going on, it wasn't going on in that house. That's for damn sure.
Fucking, I don't know how you guys did it.
You got out of line one time, and I'd be dead. You know, I'd be dead.
Yeah, but you guys,
but
you
that was-
had to
that
have
was
gotten
the
out of
deal.
line. Like some of you, like
Oh,
you
we
and
did.
Jimmy and Eileen, like you guys had to have gotten out of line.
Oh, we got out of line, but we got out of line outside the house, away from the house.
Well, I'm calling bullshit on
Yeah,
that.
stuff. No,
No,
Oh, the house.
I
was
believe
not,
it.
No, my dad and then no. You're not bringing anything around that.
So hold
No
on.
way.
So who got out of line the most? Is my question. Not that I'm going to use it against him. I'm just curious.
I have to say myself. Well,
Okay, other than you.
I would say Jimbo. Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah. I mean, we got around town, you know, and we had a good time. So
Now, remind me,
but-
Upham's Corner, correct?
didn't
Was it Upham's Corner? No. Was it after that?
up in Scotland.
Like, weren't you guys? Like, you guys were in Mattapan, right?
Right, yeah, Mattapan. Yeah.
Where in Mattapan?
Holy
High
shit.
Park. Yeah. Mattapan, High Park,
What year did you guys move out?
Meadville. Huh?
What year did you move out?
It was It was when I was in Korea, so I want to say it was 1978 that the other family moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The family moved when you were in Korea?
They had to. They had to, Curtis. Yeah.
Right.
It's too bad that the town was just going downhill. Everybody was moving, so yeah. I mean, that was okay with me. It was just a whole new experience. I'm like, well, that's the home I always knew. You know, my entire life. It's now gone, and so you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you go through a fucking, you go through a change, and you don't realize that other people are going through a change too, and you're not always like tracking on the same level.
The same stuff happens, just in different ways. Yeah. So
That makes sense. Like when you're in the military, and I didn't do that, but it's like almost like being in jail. It's like you're gone for a certain amount of time, and
You're frozen in time.
you kind of think that everything's going to be the same, but the world is revolving around you,
not.
and everything's changing, and it's just like you get back, and it's
all different.
It's all different.
All
And I
different,
think that's got to be pretty like eye opening.
It is. I mean, people that you expect everything to be the same. People are gone. They've moved on, and they left town, and all sorts of different things have happened. While you're away, but not to say it's not a good thing either. I mean, that's progress, right? People have to get up and
I still
do
re-
something with their life. So
I said this to many people, and I still remember when I was going through my shit, and I had just gotten home, and you and I have talked about this. There's a phrase that you said to me, Keith, if I gotta jump over this chest and punch you in the fucking throat, I'm gonna.
is he asleep again?
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's alright, because the audio's on. It doesn't matter.
But he's got his eyes open.
Yeah, Well, we'll talk shit later to him. But it was when you said that, like, when I was going through my shit, you were like, you'll appreciate it more when you drag yourself out of that hole. And at that time, when you said that, that was the most hurtful fucking thing I think I heard, because I was struggling so bad. But I think you also saw that I was going through things that you had gone through in your life, going, you need to fucking do.
Yeah.
And that made so much sense to me to go, And here I am today. I fucking dragged myself out of this hole, and now we're talking shit, making fun of Keith while he's sleeping across from us.
You remember, there was one other time.
I wasn't sleeping.
Yeah,
No, he was resting his eyes.
Oh yeah, he's just fucking reading the back of his fucking
there's a
study schedule.
difference.
I remember the other time, the other apartments up in Braintree. I don't know whether you were
Johnny,
up there or not.
I knew you were gonna bring that. Johnny Dermody. So when I had the party at the house and I fucked the whole house up and I left for 2 months, him and Michael found me, and they found me because we were, we weren't dealing anything out the side of the window.
No.
And I saw them tell me, and I looked in the parking lot. I was like, fucking, they know I'm here. But I remember 2 months had passed. It took 2 months for him to go, I'm not going to kill my son. No. I just want to hug him.
I want to find him first and then kill him.
And when I came home, he did just this. I love you. Get the fuck away from me. I was like, all right, cool.
But what I had told you, too, once I got you out of there, and we sat in the car.
Never
And I
again.
told her, I said,
Never again.
I'm not going to sit by and watch you fail. I'm just not going to do
No,
it.
you were, and Curtis and I have talked about this. Like, you were always that dad, like, not just to me, but to him, going like this. Get the fuck over here. You know what I mean? And he's discussed this weeks and
your
weeks,
head out of your
weeks,
ass.
weeks and weeks on end. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah,
why
yeah.
we need to get into why my wife drags me out of fucking problems, which is video game shit talk. Okay, so I was playing Call of Duty at fucking 2:30 a.m. talking shit to a 12-year-old. That's not normal. Okay, so when the kid pissed me off so bad,
It's really not.
and I was, I don't know, let's just say like fucking 6, 7
on.
Bud Lights deep, right, Keith?
Come on, son, you know better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
And the kid was like, you fucking piece of shit. And I was like, I hope your dad comes home and pounds a shitload of Jameson and rapes you right in the fucking mouth. And I looked to the left like this, and she goes, what would make you think such violent thoughts? And she took the headset off, and she goes, go to bed. Now, time 2. Okay, it happened a second time. I'm screaming. Fucking like 2 in the morning. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. We stealing free internet on the fucking 137th floor of fucking Queens, Brooklyn apartment, you fucking piece of shit. Wish your mom out, suck a dick for crack and mac and cheese, and all you're gonna do is eat mac and cheese and crack and dick later on? Look to the left again.
Where does this come
She
from?
goes, get off. She goes, get off the video
Sean,
games.
where the fuck does this come from?
I don't know, man. Shit just fucking rolls through my head, you know what I mean? So, I'm not allowed to play video games at 2 a.m. in the morning ever again.
It sounds like that's actually not the worst thing in the world. You know, sneaky weird fact of the day is I am ranked 81 in the world in Punch-Out on the Nintendo Switch.
Like the old Mike Tyson's Punch
Not
Out?
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Like you've beaten Piston Honda like 1,000,000 times to a key.
Yeah, fuck Piston Honda. Fuck, not even Soda Popinski, dude. I'm talking about Pizza Pasta. This is the old Punch-Out before Mike
I
Tyson's.
have the old Nintendo, yeah.
But this is before Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, the original Punch-Out.
Like
It's the same thing, but it's different. It's before that. And Mr. Dream is the guy at the last guy you face. But I'm like, I've been so obsessed with this fucking thing that I'm like awesome now. And I'm like, my kid's like, hey, can I have the Switch? I'm like, get the fuck away from me! It's my time. It's getting bad. And like, that's why I don't play Call of Duty anymore, because I was up for like 12 hours straight. The bags under the eyes look like a fucking crackhead. And like my kids' friends are like, "Oh man, your dad's so cool." He's
on
like,
video
"Fuck."
games for us. Why's your dad fucking hogging it?
No, because like they're
Can
like,
you get your dad out the video game so I can play?
Yeah.
no, they thought it was cool because he's like,
They're like, hey, we don't want to hang out with you. Can we hang out with your dad?
dude, he's like, dude, he's got a fucking 1.51 KD. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy's unbelievable. But that's all I was doing, and I have an addictive personality, so I can't.
No.
Spoiler alert.
Shocker happens.
So I don't play Call of Duty anymore, and I have to wean myself off a Punch-Out. But I was going for it. I was going for the fucking gold.
Hey,
I was going for top 10.
you've always been a number one stunner.
What is the ultimate goal?
There is no ultimate goal. There's nothing you win out of this.
So you get to the top, and
then
you got
what?
all these points, and then
You have nothing.
No.
Right.
Then you get to talk shit to a 12-year-old and go, fuck you.
No, because
you get to do that all over again.
it's inherently pointless, and there really is no reason for it. And I gotta stop. That's why I do. I know I have to stop.
This is tonight's therapy session by
Yes.
Curtis Bradley.
Yes, welcome to Punch Out Anonymous.
That's right.
Keith,
Yes.
do you know what swoob juice is?
No, is it some?
Fuck it, he always knows weird and random shit.
I'm actually surprised you don't know what swoop juice is.
Isn't
Curtis,
it some
why
kind
don't
of
you-
alcohol?
What?
Isn't it some kind of alcohol? or
Absolutely
drug?
not, my
No,
friend.
but it
Curtis,
is-
why don't you enlighten my friend on what fucking swoob juice is and how it affects the daily United States of America?
So swoop juice is something you could drink technically if you were creative. But what it is it's basically it's tit sweat. It's
swoob, sweaty boob juice.
sweaty boobs.
No, thank you.
You should have known that, you fucking. If you weren't fucking sleeping, maybe you would have been paying attention, googling it.
To be honest with you, last week's Keith probably would have figured this out.
Dude, no, Sean, you'd scream at me, get off your phone!
No, but this week it's like, wake up.
He wouldn't scream at you to get off your phone if you weren't on your phone, Keith. But so I was actually thinking about this. So the
You
whole
should have screamed at me to wake
I don't want to
up!
fucking scream at anybody. We're talking about swoob juice, bro.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Keith. Like 15 years ago, you would have gotten a fucking beer can thrown at you. You dodged a big old bullet, my friend.
What'd you say last week?
were the
Duck,
good old
dodge,
days.
and dive.
Yeah. Duck, dodge, dip, dive, and
Yeah.
dodge.
Right? So swoob juice. So you don't know what swoob juice is, but if you did, would you want to lick it,
No.
drink it, or taste it?
None of the above, sir.
No, yeah.
You know what I wanna do to
Definitely
it?
not a heterosexual individual. Yeah.
I want to cure it. So
curate it or cure it?
Cure it.
How would you go about curing it?
Hold on, CURE or like cure?
Cure, like the 80s band, like the guy with the fucking hair and the makeup with a, I just want to love you now.
No, wait, I thought you wanted to put it in a Keurig cup. I was
No,
like, what
I
the
don't.
fuck?
I want to eradicate it.
CURE, cure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
we're talking the AIDS, Chernobyl. I'm saving the fucking world here. Everybody has to listen up. So we've already spoken about my cure for swamp ass, which is basically just a couple of
No, excuse me.
my cure.
Uncle Mike hasn't fucking heard about this.
Okay, so basically, you know what swamp ass is. Every guy gets it. It's a problem. We all know it. We live with it. But some people, like me,
Yeah.
want to come up with a cure for it. I found out about it. I did it. All you got to do, take a shower like you normally do.
Now hit the pause button. Dad, he wants to wipe ass with deodorant.
I don't
And my
want-
question is, if it's yeah, see his look. If it's white, there's gonna be dingleberries in here. If it's clear gel, maybe you can let it fly. He has no fucking answer to that.
Hey, you know what? They laughed at Columbus when he said that the fucking world was round. Someday, they're going to make a fucking statue of me. All right?
If you're going to come up with a cure,
That's right. No, I came up with it. All you got to do is you take your degree,
Hold on, get that.
antiperspirant, take a shower, you take out your dedicated stick of deodorant for your ass.
Dedicated?
You
Why? Because you might get fucking jungle juice in it.
You don't get jungle juice on it because you just jumped out of the shower. No, I'm not talking about riding dirty. But once you take a shower,
Hold
you
on,
just,
sing the song.
I'm not singing it. So this is not a joke. After you take a shower,
is
you
to
take
me.
a couple of swipes of the antiperspirant on your cheeks. You don't even have to touch the old hole ski. You will not get swamp ass.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You won't sweat from your ass.
are you sure about this?
I-
Even on your worst, toughest,
Dad, he has
working in
zero scientific fucking production for this.
You know why
Nothing.
I know it works? Because I'm not only the president, I'm also a client. I've been doing this for 4 years, and
All right, fucking Cy Sperling, shut the fuck up.
it works. It's weird. Like everything else will be sweating around it, and it's just like dry as a bone. It doesn't even make sense.
We have. This is the first time that we've heard this. We haven't seen it. There's no.
Well, I'm not gonna
scientific
show it to you.
evidence to back it
Do
up.
you want to fucking see it?
No, but
Okay, so I discussed this with him last week. I go, you bend over? He goes, I don't bend over. I go, hey, yeah, you do.
I got long arms. I do. They like go like past my knees. I don't bend over.
Yeah, what are you, a fucking modern day orangutan?
I literally stand up straight.
look at those mitts. You know.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, I got the wingspan. I don't even bend over. I just stand up straight.
Yeah.
If you were looking at my eyes,
Once
you
again,
wouldn't
I
know
find
what's
that
going on
hard,
behind me.
hard to believe.
Oh, okay, well, it's true. I'm not the only person that does it because I've been spreading the word. And end of a long and arduous tale, I think that the old ladies should lift up their boobs, do a quick swipe on the
Swoop
left,
juice, swoop juice swiping.
bam, bam, left, right. I don't think that their boobs are going to
Okay, but then if we went to go try to fornicate with them and grab the mammary glands that we love to grab all the time, do you think they would slide up or down or to the side?
Well,
and,
they all-
and if they did, would that be a problem?
They always go down, my friend.
And if that,
It all depends on whether they're real.
there are
or
gravity's never gonna lie.
Gravity is a fickle mistress.
Or they could be fake, so therefore they won't go anywhere. Right? They're right
Yeah,
there.
see, Mike, what's your opinion on fake breasts? Yay or nay?
I gotta tell you,
Enlighten us.
nay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, dude, they
well,
just sit there like a fucking
well,
picture on the wall.
And I had this one picture in my mind. Okay, one weekend, long weekend, we went down to South Beach, and there was this festival going on, and they had the beach all divided up in different sections. Here's a family section, here's a gay section, all this stuff, right? And there was this one woman that got up and she's in the family section, kids running around and everything, and I mean, she had a bikini on, but no top.
Did she have a swing set?
Boy, I'll tell you what.
Swing set.
They were like right out there, okay?
Swing set?
He gets
No,
it,
no,
Sean.
no, it wasn't a swing set. No. I mean, nice looking woman, but still, I mean, you know, they were just out there like
Too perky.
you know, it just wasn't. I like the natural.
They look like fake rocks of Gibraltar.
I mean, you don't want something that that's hanging down their knees either, but
Happy medium?
a happy medium. Yeah, I guess you could call it. Happy medium.
I don't think
down to the knees.
I don't think there's such a thing as too perky. That's like saying like that a drink is too delicious.
No.
There's nothing.
You know
there,
what?
It's like it's all too.
I'm not gonna lie. Like there's something about we all love the woman's body. Like there's
So you guys like-
a natural breast that just like floats like a waterbed.
I get
They're all
it.
different. Yeah. They're all different.
So Curtis,
they all
go
have-
ahead.
You guys like to watch them swing. I'm kind of picking up on this. You're like a couple of hangers.
Hey.
and that doesn't make you a bad guy.
You like to see some movement here? Yes, yeah.
No, I get it because if you're working for it, you want to see it do its thing.
Do its thing.
You just don't want to see it just what I
Yeah.
mean, like
Yeah.
this. You want to do
like-
this.
like-
I don't.
a
yeah.
statue, you
I
know,
don't
just
want.
like-
yeah.
yeah.
I don't want plastic shit.
Yeah.
So this week, right? Because you and I was. I can't wait to talk about this one. So, Dad, feel free to jump in if you want. So when you take a piss, Curtis, okay?
And it's ironic that you said that because I have to piss like a fucking. Jeez, I can't say that joke. Never mind. I got to piss a lot.
Okay. You're getting better at it.
I
Proud of
know,
you.
I was
I'm
gonna
so
get in
proud of you.
trouble.
I'm so proud of you.
It had something to do with immigration.
So when you take a piss, I'm a
See,
lean,
we're so much more PC.
right? We're
I'm
getting there.
working
Keith.
on it, Keith.
I'm a leaner, right? So like
Uh-huh.
I left hand, and
But fuck PC. Go ahead.
he almost was there and being good, and then he just fucking died
alive
right
and
yeah
kicking, yeah.
again.
He just bent over and fucked it.
So if so if I'm gonna fuck myself with my right hand, I'm a leaner, right? So if I was gonna do that, Curtis, you're obviously a lefty, right?
I'm ambidextrous.
Like, would you jerk a McGurkin, like, and do Dr. Yeah, go ahead.
You are.
I am by
He's
trade.
a lefty. You
by
didn't
trade.
see that fucking hand?
Well, when it comes to throwing
The
hands,
best fucking fist I've ever seen.
I'll
What
give
are you
you-
shitting me?
I'll give you 3
Look,
lefts and then
that's the
give you-
only
Look at
that's
that
the
knuckle.
only inverted
Yeah.
knuckle I've ever seen in my life.
I remember way back. One of the first people you ever hit when you injured your hand. I don't remember that.
Right, it was Wu-Tang Rage Against the Machine concert that we went to.
remember I perpetually had a cast on, like 2 or 3 years.
And then he was like this.
I can say this, yeah. Yeah.
I was like, dude, you had it on for like a fucking 3 days.
The worst thing they ever did though was give me a hard cast in football season because I was just like beating people to death with this thing, and they weren't calling it. I'm like, I'll keep doing it
Yeah.
if you don't call it. I'm like, I'm like hammering people with this thing, and they didn't call it. It's fucking mystery.
So anyways, so when you couldn't feel your broken, shattered left hand, were you a left wall leaner or a right, even though you were a lefty?
I don't lean.
Really?
Stand up straight. I don't touch anything in a public bathroom.
Yeah, me
to be
No,
honest
I'm
with you,
talking about like my own bathroom.
Oh, your own bathroom.
no, I don't lean in my bathroom
I
either.
don't either. Yeah.
Fuck both y'all. Keith?
Why?
You? When you're not sleeping?
Why do you have to hold
No,
yourself up?
I don't. It's like a comfort thing. I'm like,
Oh, what if you're outdoors and you have nothing to lean on? Then what do?
Then I piss on someone else.
This is a really good point. I think that you
Thanks, Dad.
No trees. Okay, what do you do?
I'm a piss on Keith.
He'd probably
You
like
gotta
it.
pull over the.
I was waiting for you to
You gotta pull over the side of the road. Hey, it's
no.
what it is. You know?
No, you know how driving goes when you're coming home from military on a fucking 96.
No golden shower.
Gatorade bottle.
No, you don't know.
Yes.
We don't got time to stop.
That's right.
No
Get
golden-
Time is
out
valuable.
the can. Get out the bottle. Yeah.
No golden shower for me, thank you.
I find that hard to
I
lose.
gave myself a golden shower one time.
Okay, there we go.
Whoa,
Whoa.
please.
But,
Oh, yeah.
but
Like,
no,
hold on,
but,
he's been waiting for this.
but no, I was,
Elaborate on this, Keith.
dude, I was drunk.
you're not
Dude,
dealing with me, you're dealing with him.
Dude, I was drunk at the time. When
That's
I gave
usually
myself
how
a golden
things like this happen.
Yeah, but at this golden shower, I just let happen. I just
What was
didn't
it,
give
a fucking
fuck.
Chinese food place?
No.
Like golden, like
No,
temple?
no, it was at a school I didn't like.
Oh my.
All right.
Okay, so
Yes.
Did you take this out against yourself because you didn't like the school, or did the school force you to do this because you
They didn't want you to take this out. Yeah.
Did you get it in your mouth, Keith?
Did I get it in my mouth?
And we need to talk about sex offendership.
It's not sex.
Can't do that on school property, bro.
It's not sex offender shit if I get it in my mouth.
It is now.
What if I get pissed in my mouth?
Nope, it's on the internet. It's all for the world to see.
Ah,
I'm still kind of curious. How did you pee on yourself at a school to get back into school?
Yeah.
no,
How is this revenge?
no, dude. I was just in a friend's dorm and
Okay.
I was drinking and I was just didn't give a fuck.
You don't. But you said you peed on yourself
I did.
to get back at a school.
No, I didn't. I think you missed something.
I did.
I think we missed a fucking few
I
things.
think you might want to piss on a wall or something.
No, I.
Like I might want to draw
No.
something with my pee, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
Elaborate.
yeah, I was pissing. Fuck you. No.
Oh,
How do
so you peed on a wall.
So you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
So you peed on yourself.
I did pee on myself. Point is.
I got.
Point is.
Fuck them.
Point is. I was adding to the pissing story, and Sean said he was gonna piss on me. So.
There was a pissing story.
I think there's more to this.
There's more to this, yeah.
Keith, you know I love. But we.
You said you were gonna piss on me.
We are a fan, especially me, of making fun of myself,
Yes.
to laugh at myself. That's the whole point of the show.
Yeah.
But if you got a pissing story, I want to fucking hear about it.
No, I don't have a pissing story. I just pissed on myself.
It sounds like a classic
we
pissing
started-
story.
Are we in Australia? Are we throwing a boomerang here?
We started by saying, you started by saying, you know, I'm going to piss on Keith, and I'm like, I don't want a golden shower, thank you. I gave myself a golden shower. It doesn't feel good.
Did you try it twice? Hey, you know what, Keith?
Just to make sure you got it right.
I'm actually
or wrong.
personally.
Because you know what? The second time, you might like it.
Well, that's kind of my point. See, I've always been that type of guy that says, you know what, I'm going to try everything twice just to make sure that I didn't do it wrong the first time. So how'd the second time go, Keith?
No, I didn't do it a second
It's
time.
warm, isn't it?
Yeah, it is warm. I mean, it's not the nice warm. There's a good warm, and then
Well, hold on.
there's a good
What's
warm.
the good warm?
You know the good warm is
Like the sitting in the prison cell, like good warm?
It's like on the chest warm.
Like, hold on.
Oh
Where
my
do you
God.
want it? You want it on the forehead warm?
How high up can you get, Keith, if you're laying down? If you're peeing on yourself?
Like, have you ever jacked it and it's gone kind of over your head, but a little bit hit the forehead?
Oh my God! When I was a kid, I was
Fucking, it's happened.
Neo in the Matrix.
Go ahead, all right. Next.
So, the
right,
dumbest bosses you ever told to fuck off. So I got a phone call today, right? To this old kid that he used to be my boss. He failed out of elevated school. Rob Champy, you're a douchebag. Fucking fuck you. Okay? Hate this kid more than anything in the world.
Okay.
This kid literally
Tell us how you really feel, Sean.
he shot himself in the fucking leg, Dad.
With what?
A fucking handgun. While he was cleaning it. And then he went, you want to go to the range? I went, why don't I just fucking cut my dick tip off now?
Yeah.
Multiple people, like, you want to go to the range? I'm like, like, if you asked me to go cooking class, maybe I'd say, yeah. Like, want to go throw darts? Okay. Shooting range? No.
Go to a lot of cooking classes with dudes, Sean.
What's... all the time.
It's a poor example. Continue.
Dude, but I'm like, what the fuck? So my buddy Vinny calls me, right? You know Vinny? You know Vinny? He's like, oh, Rob, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Rob's an idiot. Does he still ask you to go shooting? He goes, all the time. I go, some people are just that stupid. Like, why would you ask someone to go shooting with you if they shot themselves in the fucking leg and their firearms got taken from them?
That's right.
Like, hello. You know what I mean? Like, if I was a fucking swordsman and I cut my hand off, hey, let me give you some lessons here. Want to go make a fucking turkey and cheese sandwich? I'll butter it for you.
What's one of the major things that you have to learn when you're on a firing range?
Never point at anything you don't intend to shoot. Always keep your finger straight enough to figure until you're ready to fire. Keep the weapon conditioned for, not loaded.
Always
Finger
keep
straight
it
enough to trigger. Yeah,
pointing
Okay.
down range.
So when you tell someone that you shot yourself while cleaning your weapon, I go, bullshit! No, I'm not going to the fucking range with you. Keith,
Yes.
if I shot myself in the dick tip, would you go to the fucking gun range with me?
He'd probably pee on you.
No, no,
Steve,
sir.
you know we love you, right?
Yeah, I know. I love you guys too.
But would you go?
Well, I would want to go shooting, but if you
Like, other than shitty peeing on yourself, what are you bad at?
what am I bad at? Well, I guess I'd have to say shooting because I never shot before.
Okay, other than shooting.
Where are you going with this?
No. I'm not being a smartass. Like,
Uh-huh.
do you suck at something where you'd be like, you know what? I don't think I would try to teach someone to do X, Y, and Z.
Like basketball. You don't like, and I'm
Like,
not
yeah,
trying to be a dick, but you don't look like you would be an awesome basketball player.
Yeah.
I would be sucky at sports in general. So
That's
there
okay.
You go.
Okay.
I would really.
So, like, would you like to
I
go
would-
play tennis?
No, dude, I would really suck at tennis.
I fucking love tennis. I was trying to throw him a lifeline.
You love tennis?
I like tennis, yeah. Fucking, you never had Nintendo tennis?
Yeah, but I didn't try to play it in real life, though.
Okay, well, you don't. You play it on Nintendo.
Yeah, but it's a real sport and it's horrible.
Not on Nintendo.
It's for rich people and freaks.
What do you want to do? You want to keep trying to jack shit on people's chests and fucking aim high? Like, that's a pro sport?
That's not a sport, dude. Football's a sport. Basketball's a sport. Hockey's a sport. Soccer is not a sport.
Fuck you. World Cup is the shit, by the way. My boy Luka, who owns the bar, Croatia, they're in the fucking World Cup final. We're doing a pod. In case you didn't, yes, you are. You're doing a podcast with me on Sunday.
I'm not doing a soccer podcast.
Yeah, you are. At a bar for free.
I don't give a fuck, dude. That's like,
that's
to be honest
sweet.
with you, I would rather do a podcast about fucking like Nazi Germany than soccer.
That's a little aggressive. I mean, I'd rather say let's just go run after
Dude, you're
homo
going
again.
to the dark side like me, Curtis.
I gotta pee so bad right now. I think it's all the piss talk, and plus we normally take a break.
It's all the
Can you not pee on me, please?
No, I
Hold
want
on,
to pee on you.
hold on. R. Kelly, I want to piss on you.
I
Ooh,
want
ooh.
to piss on you.
I want to piss
Dude,
on
I think
you.
we're all R. Kelly tonight.
No, just you, Keith. I gotta piss. I'll
How
be
much
right
more
back.
time we got?
It is 9:24. I mean
Cool.
10:24.
We got a 5-minute break. Yeah, dude, we got a half hour. Take a 5-minute break. Okay. I want to piss on you. I was gonna bring that up. I don't even need to write it down. One of his favorite songs or favorite like artists used to be. I heard it in a song like or in a conversation today. Sade.
Yeah, that sounded like Sade, did it?
Yeah, it did. Right? Sade.
You look like
The female.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So like I used to come home when I was a degenerate, and my dad and my mom were like trying to chase the squirrel, if you will. And I was like, I feel so fucking bad. The fireplace is lit. Everybody's cool. Sean comes in, fuck up the mood, like real quick. Sade.
Yeah.
Like she has some really good songs though.
Yeah,
Smooth operator.
That's right. Yeah.
What was some of the other songs?
One of our favorite songs. Yeah.
Annie Lennox did a
that's
few.
all I know.
I like the Annie Lennox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Group too.
Like, so what?
Wait, Sweet Dreams? Is that Annie Lennox?
No, I fucking. What the fuck did she sing?
Oh my god! Isn't that like
the
Sweet
Eurythmics.
Dream? Oh, that's the Eurythmics.
Sweet
Who am I thinking
dreams are
of?
made of
Here
these.
Comes the Rain Again. That's
Yeah.
the song.
Shit, he's right.
Comes the rain again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. You're
Wow.
right, Keith. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just when I thought I lost you, Keith.
Hey, that's why we love Keith. He's got some really good, inanimate, fucking intelligent things that we talk about from time to time. What was some?
Yeah,
so you like the Moody Blues, right?
Yeah.
What were some of their songs?
The Moody Blues.
Moody Blues. Yeah.
My dad liked them too. I think everybody's dad liked the Moody Blues.
I think what made them and a lot of those bands in that time were the bands that the orchestras that backed them up, that really gave you that great sound. It was a lot of the bands that had a lot of bugles, trumpets and whatnot. Like
Yeah.
Chicago was another one. I mean, you just had some really, really good horns backing it up, and it was just a great
How about
time.
How about the sounds in music today? It's all fake. It's all like machines and shit.
It's all machines, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many bands do you actually see that have a great band backing them up that have a great sound?
No
I mean,
one
all this
anymore.
stuff, it's all digital, everything.
So
is-
Keith,
Yeah.
my
I-
dad used to be
Think
in
you-
the Boston Crusaders.
think you have to go to a doo-wop show.
What's the Boston Crusaders?
Yeah.
What?
It's a
You don't fucking know what that is?
it's a nationally ranked. Actually, right now, this year, they
Mind you, Shannon's dad's
ranked.
girlfriend is a Crusader as well.
Who?
Shannon's
Shannon's-
dad's girlfriend, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now or
But she has
was?
been like for a long time.
But they're a nationally ranked drum and bugle corps
Okay.
that was first created here in Hyde Park, backed up by President Kennedy.
Uh-huh.
He helped form it,
Okay.
and it really took off. And right now, as of a couple of days ago, they are ranked third in the nation right now. Last year they were sixth. This drum and bugle corps. I mean, they have kids that they get from all over that need musical degrees
Yeah.
in order to march. I mean, when I marched, it was like, hey, can you play a trumpet? Can you play a drum? And we had some great coaches.
What did you play?
I played a soprano. It's like a trumpet. So we had different levels. We had first, second, third levels, sopranos.
So wait a second. How do you say? Because soprano is a singer, and
Yes.
and the instrument that you just
Yes.
mentioned is called what?
It's called a soprano, and it's on the idea of a trumpet, where a trumpet has 3 valves that you play with. A soprano only has 1,
Okay.
just 1 valve. And most of the instruments that we have, whether it be bass or contrabass or mellophones, we had.
I got
mean,
no
they're-
fucking clue what he's
but
talking
this
about.
is, I mean,
My
this is-
eyes
Sean,
are glazing
Sean, I
over.
think it's time
No.
for you.
No, but I have really good information
No,
for you.
I think
Go ahead,
it's
let him
time-
finish. Yep.
I think it's time for you to go to sleep now.
Keith, fucking, I'm gonna piss on you if you keep it up.
I will. I will tell you this, though, Sean. When I was around your age, when I was like 14,
I love you, Keith.
Let's all piss on each other. How about that?
when I was like 14, 15, and I was getting into all sorts of crazy, wild stuff, that was going on, and we got introduced to drum and bugle corps in Hyde Park. For me, and all the guys that were not too far away from us, we all used to walk all the way to Hyde Park to go ahead and be a part of this group. And we
That's-
would like travel around the country.
That's when you told me you had that story about when the neighborhood started to turn to shit, and you and a few. Hold on, and I remember. And this is how much I love my fucking dad. I fucking love my father. Okay, and I paid attention to a lot of things that he told me. Like you and I were talking about. Like Dan used to tell you a bunch of things. You know what I mean? So and I don't even need to look at him when he says this. His best friend, who I met, who passed away, I met at a bugle corps. Ed? Was it Ed? What was his name? Your best friend that he matched with you. He saved you from getting jumped at a wall when you were walking home one day from the neighborhood that you guys lived in.
Yes.
And I met him at a drum and bugle corps. Okay, I remember that. We were not in Massachusetts either.
Yes.
That was in Florida, I believe.
Yes.
We were at Disney, I want to say.
And yes, that is wow.
I got a fucking sick memory, bro.
But that whole thing, that whole drum and bugle corps really pulled me away from some bad stuff going on in the neighborhood and going and down the wrong road. And I had some of the guys I hung out with that used to make fun of me when they'd see me walking home,
Thinking that it was dumb. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Playing the skin flute. Yeah, huh? Mm-hmm.
And then they're in prison and they're dead, And I went, well, I guess there was something to it. Because, I mean, even to this day, and a lot of the guys that I march with are still not only backing it up, some of them are still marching in their senior drum and bugle corps and still traveling around the country with it. I mean, this is multi-million-dollar stuff that they have these full kitchens, hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that travel with them all summer long, and they go from one end of this country to the other. All the whole month of June, July, and then finally finals in August before they all go back to college. And it's just it's amazing stuff. I mean, a lot of people, great people that you meet, and it's so exciting to sit there and watch all these corps competing against each other in the music. Just fantastic, and the stuff that you see going on in the field, and the M&M instruction, and the way that they present their shows. Yeah, it's fantastic.
See, so like I don't even know what like some of that stuff is, but I think like the point that you were getting at too is like that pulled you out of a lot of shit that you're going through.
Yeah.
And my point to you is that's why you're here today is you pulled us out of a lot of shit that you may not have realized. And it may not have been music related, but it was definitely like, hey, these two kids ain't fucking stupid. Get out of here. Stop being dumb assholes.
No, I couldn't.
You're good kids.
Yeah,
you know
you
what
are. I mean? Yeah, both of you are. And
we weren't at the time. Trust me. We were fucking at grade A assholes. We were fucking top of the class.
But John, and you know this now, being a parent yourself, it's like you love your kids unwillingly, and you
have blind faith.
You
just go fucking. I'm never gonna give up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're not gonna give up on them. You can't.
Hell no. No, because if I give up on them, I'm gonna kill everybody with me.
You feel like you're gonna fail. You can't. I mean, you finally get to a point. I guess some people do. I know, but I just couldn't go there. I knew that you guys, had a lot in you, and it was just a matter of just staying on top of you and trying to pull you out of it.
You know what's awesome is I always knew I had you and you were never going to give up on me. But what I'm more proud of you for, to tell you, Dad, like right to your face, is you took him with me.
I know.
And that kid right there fucking loves you more than anything in the world.
Because he's a family member too.
That's it.
Always has been.
That's gravy, baby.
Hey, and Curtis, I'll never forget that. You guys must have talked about this, right? The show that you did, you had the towel on your head.
Oh, fuck.
My sister's son. It was like the best impression of a chicken dance I ever saw a white guy ever do.
No, we didn't talk about this, unfortunately.
You didn't? Oh, I thought you already talked about it.
I don't know.
Nope.
Oh,
we left a few things for you, Mike.
This should have gone on, World's Funniest Videos, bar none. And I'll bet Eileen still has a copy of that
fucking
video.
guarantee it.
And if you put that on today, people would still be laughing.
Proud.
Yeah, we
Proud. I just watched that movie.
Fucking awesome, isn't
Yes,
it?
I did. Yeah.
So, not to get derailed real quick, Keith, we can talk about that in a moment. But
ask your daddy, Mike, if he'd like some sausage.
fuck, Keith, fuck. But anyway, Sean and I had played in a basketball tournament, and I must have had heat stroke or something because I was not myself. I had a towel wrapped around my
He
head.
tells you all this. He's like, your dad was laughing his balls off.
It was brutal, man.
Chris was like, fuck you guys.
They played.
Nobody could dance like that, Chris. No.
They had music playing and people were dancing and Sean's grandma was out there and I had a towel wrapped around my head and I was doing the chicken dance and dancing with Mrs. Connell.
Yeah.
And it's been forever fucking memorialized on video. And every time I go
And
to
it will continue to be there.
it was on VHS because it was so long ago. So every time I'd go to a party at their house, they'd put this fucking thing on, and it's like, I'm like, "No, please, this is one time. Well, I didn't say it to anybody, obviously, because if I say don't play the video, they're gonna play it twice. So I'm just like praying to myself, like, don't play the video. And every single time I go over there, they're playing the video.
That was the ultimate.
Do you know what else he loves talking about? I can't. We may have brought this up. I might be revisionist history, but the basketball tournament we were in.
Oh yeah, we spoke.
He was
about-
like, "Your fucking dad." Looked over, was like, "Fuck them." He goes, "My dad was like, oh shit." Your dad was like, "Fuck them."
yeah, we were almost
Hoop it up, remember? Hoop it up.
Yeah, we're at the street tournament, and we have spoken about this, but the shit was going down, and we almost got in a fight with these guys. That could,
We almost won.
they could kill us though, like in a fight. Like we did.
Not you and me. The other two.
Well,
They could have killed the other two.
Well, because they were fucking fancy lads.
Yeah, well, we would have gotten our asses kicked because the other two were lacking in fucking a little bit of physical discipline.
Well, we weren't lacking in confidence, at least, which is good. But my dad's like, "Oh no, Curtis, don't do it!" And I look over, my dad's freaking out, and Mike's just sitting there with a big fucking shit-eating grin, laughing at us, as we're almost like,
Fuck them!
And that's what I thought was so great. It's like some of the stuff that you think that Mike could be mad at us for, he thought was funny.
I thought it was classic. Yeah.
And then, some of the shit that was innocuous in our minds, so he'd get mad at us about. But, like, you obviously were always looking out for us and trying to make sure we weren't making, like, horrible life decisions,
Right,
Which we were.
Which we were.
Which you were, yeah.
But it was
an experience for all of us.
Yeah, I bet. It must have been fun to watch from afar, like,
Like, I still remember the time, like, he was so proud of me, but not. He was so pissed, but proud. Like, I was going through a divorce when I first got out of the military. My car was getting repoed, and the fucking dude to repo my car was this close, like an inch and a half, and he was like, "Sean, fucking tow truck, so tough, fuck." And I'm like, all right, how do I get out of this shit situation?
I'm waking him up, right?
The dude in the fucking tow truck passed out. I literally did the Mike Myers. It took me an hour. But when I was done, he was so pissed and he went, "Fucking God bless you!" How'd you do that?
How'd you do that?
I'm like, I don't know. The guy was like ringing the doorbell going, "Where's the car?" It's in the garage. He goes, "It's not fucking here."
Well, no, they called the Weymouth police.
Yeah, I'm fucking
Weymouth
piece of
police
cops.
come down, right? The cop's there and he says, "Open up that garage door," and I just open up. There's nothing in there.
And he was like,
What are you looking at?
"Yes!"
And I was like, "Oh yeah."
I got home. He was like, "Fuck you!"
But he went, "How the fuck did he do that? How did he get that car?"
I went
out
over
of
the
that
lawn.
tight space, Over the lawn, yeah, and got out of there. And that guy never saw.
Guy
it.
had the lights on, he's waking the whole neighborhood up, and he's like, "Get up, you piece of shit!" And I'm like, "Okay, I got this. Fuck yeah."
So how I got him out of there? I woke him up because I was working at the post office and I had to get up at 2:30 in the morning. Right?
Fucking
So I went,
get
"Hey,
up.
dude." I said, "I don't know. What are you here for? Your truck's in my driveway. Get out of the way. I got to go to work."
He's like, "Where's
"I'm
the
here to
car?"
pick up my car." I said, "Car? What car?" He looks out the window. He's like,
To that tow truck driver, suck my dick.
Sean,
"Nice."
Sean 1, Earth 0 for the first time ever. You can't make that shit up.
no, you can't.
Dude, literally, it was like the Mike Myers. Like, I had that. Like, he was on the bumper. And I was like, he's like, "How the fuck did you do that?" I'm like, yeah.
Turn that ignition on and keep the lights from coming on.
I was so
And be
quiet
able to move it.
because I pushed it. So I went like this. I was like,
But
click.
single-handedly.
Just so you know, because if you want to learn from an expert, I was like, click. Get out of the car. Okay.
You weren't using your mirrors, you fucking cheap prick.
The fucking guy was right on my ass.
Yeah, and he had the flagpole was right there in the front yard. He had
Curtis,
a lot of things to get on.
this much room, like an inch, and I was like, click, boom, click, boom, click, boom. It took like an hour and a half.
Yeah, because it was his car in front of the garage, and then it was my car.
Like I wanted to spit on the vehicle when I left. Like, get a job, you prick.
I mean, he does
Oh, that
have a
was-
job.
That was like getting back.
He must have been
Say
so
again,
mad.
right? I mean, it was like one of those classic moments. Getting back at him, you look pretty sick
were like-
because there's nothing here.
You were like, I'll take this life moment. Sean got a victory on this one. Even though he fucked up, I'll give him that
no,
one.
We always talk about that. Like, oh, that was classic. I don't know how he pulled it up. but
Right? He wasn't even mad. I went over the fucking lawn. He was like, I'll give you that one.
That's all that good military training. That's what it was.
Fucking quiet and sneaky.
Thousands and thousands of dollars of fucking training.
So
You can fucking sneak away from a tow truck
Millions.
driver.
Unannounced.
So have you ever gotten away, like, because I know the Bonneville, we did a bunch of dumb shit.
Oh, yeah.
So if I can remember, or I can't remember, like, was there ever a time, oh fuck, tell him about the snow, the taxi.
All right.
You can't make this shit up,
So-
Dad. This is where I got some of this shit from him.
so
It's
lo-
his fucking fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. You just weren't naturally born an asshole.
No, I
It's
just
all
decided.
me.
I just decided to be fucking best friends with the biggest dick in the world.
He just fed off of it. That's all. I mean,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
can't
all
blame him
Curtis.
for it.
You know,
Curtis, it's all his fault.
It's funny you said that because my mom was like, she talked to me when I was younger, and she was like, at first, I thought that you were like following people with bad influences, and people were kind of like leading you in the wrong direction. She goes, and then I realized. You're the fucking asshole behind it all. It's like you're the one that's leading all these little shits around, and it's true. So we used to go to the movies all the time. We had enough money to
Do a two-part story: the tripping and pushing the taxi, and then the snow, please, because he needs
right.
there's a setup.
All right, so two unrelated
Because
taxi
Mike
stories.
knows that we did drugs, okay? Because he
Well-
took me to drug counseling because I had a fucking issue when I was younger.
Yeah, well, one of us did. But
Fuck you.
so let's talk about you. But so we're kids. We go to see a movie that you probably should. I wouldn't think it was executive decision, which is kind of like
It's Happy Gilmore.
it's not Happy
It
Gilmore.
was the second time you saw it. You saw it twice in one day.
All right, I could be. All right, maybe it's
Or
Happy
Freddy
Gilmore.
got fingered.
That would make actually Happy Gilmore would make more sense than executive decision because it's a funny movie. But either way, we took a cab. It's cold. It's the middle of the winter, and we're tripping our fucking balls off. we are. I mean, you fucking rainbows, unicorns, and fucking fireworks.
And what happens?
So we take a cab and. The cabs, we're rolling down the street. Everything's fucking right as rain, gravy. We're probably about
Can't make this shit up.
5-minute ride away from my house. We're leaving the South Shore Plaza to my house in Braintree, and we're going down a hill. All of a sudden, the car stalls. The guy's like tries to turn it over. Nothing. This asshole ran out of gas, and we're tripping our fucking face off. Right? We're losing our minds. We're like, what are we gonna do? And he's like, I don't know. What are we gonna do? And the guy's like, fucking, the one stopped. I couldn't get the vehicle. And we're like fucking losing our minds. And then flashing fucking blue lights. Right? I'm like, oh my god.
Pulls up. We're like, shit.
I'm like, what are we gonna do?
Why do the cops like push the car? We're like, okay.
So we're pushing this fucking cab
Well,
out of
tripping
the
our
road.
balls off.
And the guy's like, he's like, well, I don't know. Do you want to? He goes, do you want to ride home?
Pushing it where?
The cop puts us in the car, and we're tripping, and he goes, get in the car. We're like, fuck.
Right. So it's actually going okay. He's asking us like questions, and we're kind of talking to him. And,
We're doing this. We're like,
yeah. We're hitting each other on the because this is the worst when he's like, oh, you get in the car. I'm like going to the front door. He opens up the back door, and I look at Sean. I'm like, we are so fucked.
Yeah.
So fucked. Yeah. So we're driving, and we're actually doing okay, like kind of like trying to talk like we're not tripping our faces off. And we get close to the house, and the guy figures it out that we're out of our fucking minds. And he like looks back. He's like looking. He's like these little fucks. He knows we're totally out of our tits, but he let it go. He drops us off, and we were fine. But like,
have a nice day, boys.
yeah, we like.
Did you have him drop you off in front of your house?
Yeah.
Up the street.
Yeah,
No,
we weren't
my
that
house.
smart at that
No?
point. No,
No, it's
we're that smart now.
because remember we gave him the address, and he ran the fucking.
He was like, did he? And what did he ran? And Curtis was like, shit.
Fuck me running.
We're screwed. And I'm like,
I got no money.
Shut up. No. No, like he's gonna pull up charges. Like he's got charges. pending.
It's exactly. Like at that
Anyways.
point, who knows? So another fun cab story, which is we have actually.
So hold on, that predicated our really good cab running operation because after that we were like, we ain't getting stuck in that fucking spot again. We're gonna fucking run from this goddamn fucking cab. Fuck this shit. And it just so happened to be winter the next time, and it was the only time that I acted like a fucking statue. And we got away with it. And I'll let him tell you the story.
So we were leaving another movie because that's what we did back in the days. When you don't have anything to do, you go to a movie, and it's not a lot of options. And to be honest with you, I mean, we fucked up so many people's houses that we weren't getting invited to all the parties anymore. Let's just be honest with ourselves. So we're coming home for a movie.
Oh my God.
And I'm the one that had picked up this scheme. Is what you do is to ditch a cab. You're like, oh, you know what? I don't have money, but my grandma's got the money. All I got to do is just go to the house.
It's over there.
I'm just gonna go to the house. I'm gonna get the money from my grandma, and we'll take care of you. And it's a shitbag move. And I'm sorry we did it.
And the
No
doors
grandma.
open up, the doors open up, and everybody.
No.
takes off.
I perfected this. You don't just go fucking all half cocked like a fucking wild Indian. No, you walk calmly to the house that
Yep.
you gave the address to. That's not your house.
Dad, this was a full, well thought out fucking project.
So we all walked up to the house because there was a car full of us this time, and there was like 6 of us, 5, 6, whatever. And we go to this fucking guy's house that we don't know who lives there. We give the address. We knock on the door, look over. The cab driver's just playing with the radio. Like 1, 2, 3, go! We fucking we hit the road, right? We bolt, and we picked a good spot because it's right along the woods.
So we went street to street to street, like we hopped streets.
Yeah,
He followed us.
Yeah, and this guy was fucking furious.
And when I say he
No,
followed us,
he wanted to kick our asses. He didn't want to die.
he wanted to fuck us up bad.
And he was like, I kind of knew it wasn't like the kind of guy you wanted to fuck with, but like, you don't pick the cab driver. I mean, you get what you get, and then you run for it.
So I still remember. So it was winter, and it was like fucking 2 feet of fucking snow on the ground. He has his. Remember his Seattle Supersonics jacket on? The starter jacket? It was like green and orange, right? And he goes, like, we got to like a dead end. And when we got to the dead end, we ran from street to street. So, like, when the streets were parallel, we hopped down, blah, blah, blah. And we were fucking freezing. And we got down, and the cab cut us off on a dead end. So there was 2 poles and a shitload of snow with it. They had blocked the snow up.
And
remember?
trees.
And and Curtis goes, act like a fucking bush. And he went like this, clink, and he stuck his, and the car, you cannot make this up, this close, the fucking headlights were right on us.
He was on
and he
us.
was stiff as a board, and I'm right behind him going like this.
Yeah,
And he's like this, he's like, huh? I go, he fucking totally sees us.
I'm like, shut the fuck up.
And you know what he did?
Shut the fuck up.
You know what he did?
What?
He backed the fuck away. He didn't see us.
My
And I
brother's
go,
a rock.
You're the smartest motherfucker I've ever met.
I'm like, I
and
know,
then we got
right?
to the house, and I was like, I got frostbite.
Yeah. But dressed up as you were,
Yeah.
you couldn't tell the difference
Nope.
between your clothes or a tree.
That or he didn't want to fuck with us. One of the two.
Wow, that's a good story.
He let us go, but no, it's not, because we literally got to his house, and like he didn't know shit about frostbite, and I was like, I think I got frostbite. He goes, I don't know anything about frostbite, but I don't think you're supposed to fucking put your hands in cold water. You should put it in warm. I was like, fuck!
They were turning white.
Oh my god, they were beat blue.
Oh, they were blue. Yeah, it was brutal.
And then we were like, let's smoke a joint. Cool. All right, cool. That sucked. We're not doing that again.
That made you feel better.
Dude, Seattle Super. How the fuck did that ass? I don't think he wanted to mess with us. That's all I think that was. I think he sat there and looked with high beams on at him. Kurt, I swear he was like this, Dad. For 3 minutes ago. I think that guy just caused you fucking arthritis forever. I think that's the only fucking reason why he's sitting here right now. I was like, what the fuck? And then his mom comes home. What are you guys doing? And we're like this.
Nothing.
Nothing. Dan's like, I'm pretty sure you guys got into something you shouldn't have been doing.
Oh yeah, my dad always knew. But I say this to my mom all the time. Like when I was younger, like I finally confessed to my mom like all the shit that I was into, and she was like, "No, you're not. You're lying." I'm like, you know what? I finally fucking told you what I've been doing, and you don't want to hear it. And I get it.
One time.
I get it because who wants to know that their kid is a fucking degenerate? You know what I mean? It's like I'd rather turn a blind eye to it
It's
too.
not that
For
we.
you to talk about that.
It's
too,
not
and
that
get
we-
it out,
yeah.
You know? And why would any grown person want to do that?
Yeah, so hold on.
You
So hold on a
haven't
second. So you talk about this because I was a degenerate for a while too, and like we were fucking around doing dumb shit. So like from a parent's perspective, now that I'm a parent, like your thought process, like what were you thinking when we were doing our fucking dumb shit? You know what I mean? Like, oh jeez, here we go again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
Is that how it was?
Yeah, because you guys always seem. I told you this too one time. You guys might think that you're one step ahead, but I'm always one step right. But I'm trying to clean it up. But hey, this one is. We've all done stupid, crazy stuff as kids, you know. And how you get yourself into it, you know, who knows? I mean, it's not like
Doesn't
you're
matter.
perfect. You
It
don't
matters how you get
purposely
yourself
try
out
to-
of it.
Yeah, it's how you get yourself out. Right? Yeah.
You know?
It is what it is.
I don't know.
That's what parenting is all about. That's why there are no books.
Like I sit there sometimes and go, I was such a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? Like I was such an asshole. And now I'm like,
But if
my
it
kids are
affected
fucking
you?
making me, huh?
If it affected you to think that way, then you were learning something from it. you
That I
know?
did something right.
Do we screw up? We do things wrong, and if you learn from the process, then you're that much better.
Before we
Kids are gonna
go,
do the same thing.
Keith, how much time we got?
It is 10:56.
All right, cool. We got a few minutes. So one last
Okay.
quick story, which we've already discussed. I'm not going to go into too much detail for reasons. When you had to pick me up from the station, when everybody was singing "Nobody Knows," do you remember that?
So, as a refresher,
I'll let him lay it up.
so when my brother and me and my father all got arrested for beating the fuck out of each other at my house,
And I was the only one that you had to pick up
and they
from the
brought
station.
Sean to the police station too. They brought him.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So this is what he's setting up. I don't know what he's asking you.
So they were singing, and the cops were like, "Why aren't you singing?" I was like, "Well, they're very eloquent." And he goes, "What?" So David started with,
No, I started it.
"All right."
Fuck
Curtis started
David.
with, "Nobody knows the trouble I seek." He fucking remembers. Remember that day? He was like, "What the fuck?" Hey, I remember him going. I vividly remember him speaking to the police officer, going, "The old man's a good guy." I remember you going, "The old man's a good guy.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
good guy."
Well, yeah.
And like fuck. And I swear to God, I think that's the only reason why all you went that day.
You can't make that kind of shit up.
Dude,
This is
hey,
like-
he remembers the fucking song.
This is mind blowing. Yes.
Yeah, we were fucked.
That was like the one time he ever showed up. My dad ever showed up to a police station where he was like, "I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, because you didn't do anything.
I ain't mad at you."
It's the one time that you were actually innocent.
Yeah, fuck you.
Well, it is what it is. When you're young, you do stupid shit, and hopefully you learn from it and don't continually, do it as an adult. Like you see, like a lot of the kids we grew up with, like they got into dope, and they either.
Dude, when I got back from the
Didn't make
court,
it,
you were
or-
the only person that I was like,
You were still there?
You were still there. You know what I mean? And to this day, and I can say it to your face, dude, I love you fucking more than anything in the world. All right, that's why you're sitting here, my ride or die motherfucker. Keith.
Yes.
Real quick, two things. I want to say thank you to my dad for being on the show. 1, 2, E3 Mafia, myself and Curtis have some big things coming up, along with Show Me What You Got Radio.
Yep.
They're on Sundays. Okay.
Okay.
And we got some comedy shows coming up with. We're gonna have some comedians coming on, like my cousin Kyle McNally. All kinds of stuff. We're doing some promotions up at some casinos up in New Hampshire. So this show is now becoming a precipice of funny shit. I don't know why, because I think we're just fucking mildly retarded.
Yeah. We've.
I don't know why we haven't had a midget on yet.
Well, we've been that way since this show started.
Yeah, well, thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
So, with that said, that's what we have coming up in the coming weeks. So, we want to say thank you to my dad, Michael Connell. Appreciate you coming on, letting us know how much of a fucking retard we were when we were kids.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
for
And
having me on.
always being there for us, Dad. And every time you come home, feel free to fucking join. Keith,
Yep.
that's what we got going on moving forward. And
All
Curtis,
right, sir.
love you, bro.
All right, bro.
We got big things coming, all right? It is what it is, baby.
Yep.
Sounds good. Have a good night, everybody.
Guys are kicking off a radio. Guys are kicking off a radio.
You're not
career.
supposed to start that. You have to hit the home run swing with a home run swing.
All right.
All right. Good night.
Oh, good night.
I'm kidding.
We love everyone.
Rolling Rock?
Well, hey, you know, we know the story about
The 33?
Any point in the storm. Any point in the storm.